Let's go quick.
Okay. Did we need to cover anything? We discussed how to handle Podo, so we've got that handled now.
Oh, we all got 2 EXP, and I got 3 EXP, right?
Yes, because Ancient Albatross was our MVP.
Yeah,
Everyone very much enjoyed the peaceful coffee maker.
Mostly peaceful coffee maker.
Well, I said peaceful. I didn't say 100% non-violent.
I'm gonna throw a hot take out there. If it's against robots, it's fine.
It's true. It wasn't actually against a living creature.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Or not a biological creature, anyways.
Yeah, that's right. It might have had sentience.
Living's a questionable quality.
The less I think about its sentience, the more acceptable it is for me to destroy it. So it's just a robot. It's a toaster with a laser on it.
Yeah.
Lasers.
I was really happy to find that 5th edition has a cleric option that uses non-violence. Or
that's cool.
A monk. Or one of them specified.
The monk, I think.
Okay, maybe it was the monk.
Arcana.
Yeah. That was really cool because I've had players in past games want to do the passive ones, and for the most part, D&D doesn't do non-violent characters.
No, it doesn't.
Or non-violent resolutions.
Right. So having a character that can actually manage that and still maintain a useful part of the group is nice.
Yeah. I still find it funny because they're traveling with a bunch of murderers, and they're just like, well, I'm not killing anyone, so...
It depends on the group. Sometimes they're murderers, sometimes they're, you attack me and I kill you and your entire clan. Okay, maybe that's still a little bit murdery.
Yeah, we're cool until you do something to me, and then I take it way too far.
I'm just a social murderer.
Yeah, exactly. You kill conversations? I've been known to do that.
That was good. I like that one.
Okay. There was something else. What was the other thing that we needed to resolve? I think we did.
I don't remember. Did you pin it by any chance? Because there were some things pinned, maybe.
No.
That's an English
question.
We have the Podo stuff. We have. Yeah. So. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like it'll come up. Like, essentially, we'll be like a half an hour in. You'll be like, "Oh yeah, right."
Yeah. Oh, here we go. It was that he's gonna act as a assist, an asset basically, and then also you can spend his health as effort. That was the second thing. Both about Podo, but.
Oh, okay.
And he'll only get targeted with stuff if, like, on a GM intrusion or something.
Yeah, makes sense.
So otherwise, he doesn't need to make a defense roll.
Yeah, people watching the stream.
Oh, do we? Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I posted.
Awesome.
I posted in chat. Monty Cook Games.
Monty Cook Games is watching it right now.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Say hi.
Really?
Hi, Monty.
Yep. They're listening to us.
Okay.
Are we talking live to them now too?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Well, they did respond to the fact that, what does it say? We also love that Cypher supports people with different levels of interest in murder violence. Glad you guys dig it. I do. I dig it very much.
Yes.
Oh boy. Mm-hmm.
No, just forget they're there. Don't talk to them directly, or they'll get embarrassed.
Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact.
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
What?
Just drink our cappuccinos and.
Don't worry about it, Albie. Nothing happened.
Oh, that's a good thing to mention. Remember, you guys all have your single-use asset from the coffee you drank.
The barista asset.
Yeah, your caffeine-related asset.
Right on.
That's just for the next roll, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
What was that again?
Write
What
that
did
down
that
now.
give us again?
It's you can have one asset, have a free asset on any one roll in the next hour or so.
Okay, yeah.
So basically, you can decide, but
And it's only been maybe 10 minutes since then.
Okay.
Because there was a little bit of discussion, and then the elevator speed train to the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where we pretty much left off, right? Where we
Yeah.
just
That's
came
a
out
stunning
at the
view.
top of the elevator shaft.
Yeah,
we
you guys
ascended.
get to the top. It's this incredible view of this huge mechanical city and a sort of crystallized dome over it, and then out into the night. And it's just, you guys are like in stunned awe, at least for a moment, as you've never had a view like this before.
Yeah, that's trippy, man.
Where are we in relation to the edge of the dome?
As you look around, you think you're pretty much like in the center. The city's set up maybe kind of like a donut around the elevator.
Okay. And does
As it
he?
comes
Can
up,
I
pretty much
check the
it's
console
better.
of the elevator and see if there's any, if it's powered still, or if we kind of used up any kind of power that it still had?
Yeah, there was
It's
some
sort of
question
flickering.
about that.
It's sort of flickering, and you think it's losing what little power you guys had, and what control you had on it.
Okay.
And
So that's a good
you're,
thing. That means no one can follow us up.
it does. Or they have to take the long route. So
The
maybe in a
very
couple
long
months
route.
you'll See somebody.
I kind of feel bad. I thought we had that other guy. Wish he would have been able to make it.
You guys had the option of bringing him with you. You guys left him laying on the ground unconscious, I think.
He'll be fine.
They got some
Um,
good doctors there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He's gonna
The,
sleep it off.
The machine interface cipher you had falls dormant.
Right.
That was the thing that had the limited time on it.
Came in useful.
Yeah.
So, shall we go exploring?
Absolutely.
Do we see any people around? Like, are we greeted by anybody, or do we just see the city, or like?
No, you don't see any people. You don't hear any noises. Honestly, it sounds like the city is dead. It's like a ghost town, basically. No lights, no sounds, no motion. It's a little eerie almost.
Anywhere near the elevator, is there another one of those map-like kiosks where it would maybe show us in relation to other areas or
You
objects?
are here.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
well, we
Yeah.
had one of those before.
What you see
Yeah.
is there is a like a what do you call it? I'm sorry, the word escapes me. A pane of glass coming up from a little stand. And it's maybe 8 foot tall, 4 foot wide, has a little like 2 foot metal base. And you see a little flicker of energy from it, but it's nothing seems to be forming.
Can I hit
When
the side of it with the palm of my hand gently to try and see if I can get it to work?
The little bit of energy you see across the glass flickers, but doesn't form into anything.
Well, it looks like we're going to just have to explore the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Would someone like to take a more detailed look at it rather than just giving it a smack?
I'll
Well, that was my first.
I'll give it a once
Are
over.
Numenera experts?
I
Oh,
need to look at
well.
my-
Okay, well, that'll do.
That
Hello.
will do it. You
Wow.
fiddle with it for a minute, and it
sorry.
flickers to life, and
I didn't
in
know how
fact,
this machine
it makes
worked.
an odd ping noise. That after it makes it, you hear it echo throughout the city. That not like the noise echoed, but like you hear the same ping across other places in the city.
So it's like a chain reaction, or are they like happening at the same time?
It's kind of like a chain reaction spreading out from where you're at.
Neat.
If you had to take a guess, you think you may have reactivated all of these throughout the city.
All right, but
That could be useful.
Well, I did get a 20, so
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So before we decide what his a major effect is gonna be, can we tell the direction, like the that the next, like the nearest, like you said like chain reaction. So the second one that went off, I guess the one after we turned this one on, like in which direction or what have you that was.
You think it's more of like a burst effect. So there are multiple ones. It's not one. It was more like 1, 3, 5, 7.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Got it.
But
That was my only question.
importantly, this is what you guys see in the pane of glass now.
Look at that
No,
sexy
yeah.
devil.
Like
Doesn't look
we
like
just we just see the figure.
Yeah, without the circular headdress thing and without the weapon.
Got it.
So does it look like a still, or is there any kind of motion or movement from that figure?
It's still at the moment.
I'm gonna wave at it.
Nothing happens.
Tapping on the glass.
It flickers a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah, I'll tap the glass again, sure.
Yeah, it flickers a little.
What about that major effect though?
The major effect was all the other ones activating.
Oh, okay, got it. All right.
You kind of rebooted the entire system of these things.
All right. I want to take a look at the hologram, or the image that we see, and
Mhm.
I guess the console it's connected to, and try to see if there's a way to communicate with the thing via the console or something.
Taking a look at it, you think you don't see any kind of camera-like thing that would detect your movement, but you do see something that looks like a speaker, an incoming or a microphone.
Got it. All right. So I would like to direct a voice into them, like, "Hello, can you hear me?"
You see the figure kind of tilt its head but look confused at you.
I jump back, seeing it move, and I'm like, "Guys, someone else has to deal with this."
You guys are like standing
I'll
around it.
approach.
I stick
those-
Podo towards the speaker and tickle him so he squeaks and see if it understands Podo speak.
It doesn't react to it. You swear the tilt of his head, it's almost like he's thinking.
Oh, okay.
But as you guys are kind of like standing around it, a couple of you are far enough to the one side of it that you see on the back of it, and it's the back of the figure, not his face again.
Ooh, that's interesting.
It's 3D.
Sorta. And
Sorry, I was just wondering if it's probably not going to understand our language, guys.
Yeah, may not.
Someone has to talk to it.
I'll try waving to it. Does it react to that?
no,
I
Okay,
don't
I'm gonna
think it
say
can perceive us.
I'm gonna be like,
No.
"Hello, can you understand any of what I am saying right now?"
it starts saying something back, but not in a language you understand.
Okay.
Anybody want to give me an intellect roll? Does anyone have a language skill of any kind?
1 sec. I think I have something to help with this. I need to. Damn, I have too many tabs open. Fuck.
No, I probably won't be good at this. I have a problem and puzzle solving inability, so.
I'm
Alright.
trained in emotions and dispositions, getting hunches, and also pleasant or otherwise in social interactions. So I might not be able to understand him, but I should get a bead on kind of.
Alright, so, alright, guys, I have something I can do.
Oh, great.
With, since I know Rigo likes to, like, he experiments on himself, he does all the sorts of things, so I know he'd probably be okay with this. So I kind of put my hand on his back, like his shoulder, and I say, "Don't worry, this will take care of that." And I want to use this on him. I don't want to use it myself because I feel like Albie will find it gross or something, but I think Rigo would be okay with having a worm go in his ear.
I mean,
But again, that's not
Shove
very-
this in.
Yeah, I've done straight.
So
So you
yeah,
have something in his ear.
yeah, and I didn't put it in his ear. I put the bug on his shoulder so it could crawl up to his ear. Basically, I don't want to just shove it in there. I want to be like, you can use this if you. I don't want to just shove it in there,
Okay.
Yeah, I accept the worm into my ear canal.
Okay.
Alright, so let me get rid of the cipher because I used it.
Yeah. And you essentially have a babelfish in your ear.
I was
Worm.
I was getting a Wrath of Khan from Star Trek scene. Just put a little wiggly in the ear.
That could work too. I tend to think towards Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yep. Babblefish is a lot less scary.
So that allows me to understand any language and listen. Okay, so then I will repeat what I said before. I'll be like, I'll just state again. I'm like, hail, my name is Rigo. I should be able to understand you now.
Greetings, Master Rigo. How may I be of service?
Oh wow, okay. I look back at Albie. I'm like, that worked 100%.
I look at you a little confused. I say, you can understand what he's saying?
Yeah, to everybody
Yeah,
else, it's kind of stuff.
Yeah, dude, he called me master and everything. This is amazing. So I'll turn back to the hologram, and I will just state that we've just come from the bottom of the tower up to this area, and we are new here. What do you say about that?
He kind of looks like he's like not sure. Like when you said new here, he has to like think about that for a moment. And he repeats, how may I be of assistance?
Oh,
Ask him what this
Look
place
back
is
at everybody
called.
else, like he doesn't get it. I don't think. Oh, what's it called?
Yeah,
And
where are we?
ask him what is this place for? Who lives here, and why is there no one here now?
Okay. All right. First question. Okay. First question. What should I refer to you as? Sorry, I was rude. I didn't ask earlier.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Let me.
Always pays to be courteous.
Always.
It's true. I agree. Okay. So while we're waiting, I'm asking him, where are we, or what it's called, and where everybody is.
Yeah.
Does that sound
hang
good?
on. Okay.
Sounds
hang
good.
on.
Okay. I will say though, this hologram is amazing looking. The staff looks really cool.
I swear I've seen that picture before. But I can't place where I've seen it. It's very, very,
Yeah, I
really
don't know.
cool.
It was
really
one
cool
of the things
picture.
I found on Pinterest that I thought had a very Numenera-esque quality to it.
That's probably where I've seen it as well. I like to go to Pinterest as well.
Yes.
Matter of fact, the big boss from my game tomorrow that I'm running on Numenera, I got from Pinterest.
It's a giant sweet potato salad.
Delicious.
It does sound pretty good, actually, now that I said it.
Okay, so he introduces himself. He says you can recall him Hida.
Can you write in the chat so we know how to
Yep,
spell
give me
it?
a second.
Thank you, sir.
And this is Omega Nox. You when he says it, you feel like your ear tingles a minute, like it takes a moment for it to translate the name of the place into something that works.
Oh, okay.
The Hida name, actually everyone can hear.
Then I just whisper,
yeah.
I'm like, that's his name.
Yeah, when you tell them that his name's Hida, other people are like, oh, I think I heard something that sounded kind of like that, because names don't necessarily translate.
Hmm. And I suppose so. We're in Omega Nox. You wouldn't by any chance know if there's any other living creatures on this Omega Nox, do you?
And you see him do the head tilt again, and like he's kind of like thinking and looking. No other life forms currently found.
Would you by any chance know when the last time there were other life forms besides us?
More thinking, and basically he tells you that his memories are corrupted and something damaged it. His time sensors are out of whack, so he
Okay,
doesn't
so you
have a clear sense of when it was.
Can you tell us what happened to them?
No, he that one seems to actually concern him. He looks a little bothered by that, and he tells you last he knew there were people here, but that his systems were knocked out before he knows what was going on. There's some definite damage to his memory banks.
Oh, okay. So memory banks. So Hida, what are you?
He blows up at the question.
He kind of stops and like, I do not know how to answer that. Rephrase the question.
Are you?
I can't
Sentient?
Rigo on the soldier. Uh-oh.
What? Why? I didn't think I asked anything bad there. He's got memory bank, right? You don't have
whispered
memory
here. Rigo,
Ask him what his
what his
purpose is.
function is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What is your function? What's your designation? What's your handle, good buddy?
I am how do I say it? I don't know how to explain my thought here. Sorry.
That's okay.
Nerdarchy just joined the server.
He sort of basically explains it as he's effectively Google.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
He's an answering service. No, that's
Or Omega Nox.
yeah. He's
Okay.
The FAQ.
See,
Oh, I gotcha.
I
Okay.
tapped Rigo on the shoulder again. I'm whispering because I'm kind of still nervous about you.
Yeah.
Talking about this. I say, Rigo, ask him if there's anywhere to find artifacts or like components that I could maybe make into coffee.
That's gonna be.
Yeah,
That's gonna be your
I
first
get that number one
question.
priority in there.
I was gonna say maybe we could ask him what visitors would find interesting.
Yeah. Well, okay. So Hida, it seems like we've activated the other consoles in the area. If we were to move from console to console, would you be able to move with us and sort of guide us around on like tour guide capacity?
Yes, I will be present at any console that you come to.
Okay, so my crew here, my compatriots, have two requests. First is to find some form of storehouse for food or beverages, and the other is like side of the road attractions, like tourist traps.
Do you sell Hawaiian shirts by any chance?
A little tchotchkes.
Yeah, exactly. We need snow globes of Omega Nox, which would be awesome, actually.
You
Yeah.
need a duty-free store.
We're in a snow globe right now, except it's temperate.
Space snow globe.
Well, all snow globes are temperate until you shake them up.
Let's not do that then.
He kind of moves his hands and opens a map of the city and points out 3 locations and informs you that there are essentially kitchens in those locations, galleys.
Oh, okay. Great. And as per anything else of like real interest, is there anything that you would suggest to first timers?
That question he kind of struggles with and requests that you rephrase or clarify your question.
Okay, is there any part of this city that you would feel that was integral for us to have knowledge of or interact with? That was good, right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't understand you. I'm assuming
He's still speaking regular. He just
Okay.
can understand.
Yeah, you guys hear everything I'm saying. You just can't understand this garble voice.
Yeah.
The other guy.
Apparently, he can understand your guys' language. He just can't speak it.
Okay.
I should actually ask him if, in communicating with us, he could possibly start being able to communicate in the language that he's listening to.
Okay,
ask if there's a way
If
for
he
us to
can learn.
understand him. Yeah.
Well, okay. In regards to your essential things
first
to
question.
see, he requests that you clarify your purpose here so that he can tell you what would be integral to that.
Okay. Well, it seems as though there's a possibility that the elevator won't turn back on, so we will probably be up here for a while, unless there is another way of transportation beyond the elevator, outside of this area.
He tells you that there are, and again, the word struggles and essentially comes across as pod. There are
Okay.
pods, and he indicates 2 locations on either side of the globe, the city map.
Oh, by the way, Beyond, would it be possible, or no, I would like to try to, like, in my notebook, I've been keeping notes or whatever, but I would like to draw a map or like try to make a copy of the map so we have something to take with us beyond, the different.
Sure, you're gonna scribble down a copy of the map that he has popped up.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah, you can do that.
Alright,
So, I kind of turn to the group quickly, and I'm like, so, does anyone else feel like maybe we should make sure we have enough rations and supplies going forward and then explore a little bit more? Does that seem reasonable?
Yes, because we didn't really come up with a lot. That was one of the discussions last time. Should we go down and get supplies or just go on up? So supplies would be good.
Also, as a reminder, Java took her Jack skill this day as cartography.
Yeah, so I could.
So
draw
she's
the map.
actually would be better to make a copy of the map.
That's
Do I
fine.
need
Like,
to make a roll for that?
No, in this case, you're just you're just kind of trying to copy the whole thing, get a general idea, and mark some spots. The interior maps were far more complicated, and it was a matter of finding the path you wanted.
Yeah. Yep. Sure.
Okay,
Okay,
so
well, I'll do that.
do we want to go to the first galley?
Yes.
Why not?
Yeah, because-
Absolutely.
yeah. Sure. Okay, let's try it.
someone lead the way, and I
I
start
heard,
trying
I
to get
heard.
in the middle of everyone.
I'll take point.
I'll have to. Well, if I'm drawing the map and got the map, then I'd probably have to take the lead.
Can I ask Hida, does Hida have the ability to know where we are in the station when we're in between consoles?
Yeah, he can. He tells you he can sense your life signs.
Is there a possibility that he could ping us from console to console to help lead us towards the location that we're going for?
Yeah, he tells you that you can come up to any of the consoles and ask to see the map again. You can leave the map up on all the consoles.
Oh, perfect. Does Hida also know that there are like laser robots that are shooting people further down into the tower?
He doesn't understand your question. He looks confused at that.
Okay.
Question: How long is your Babelfish gonna last?
28 hours. So a full day.
Yeah. Well, good.
You have a whole day to figure out another solution.
I'll ask. I'll ask that out loud. Does he have any way for us to understand him in case something happens to you?
And that's a good question, and I just realized there could be possibly something that happens to me, which is disconcerting. But
I don't want to be a downer, but let's cover all the bases.
If he's got memory banks and things like that, then he should have some sort of way to be able to learn our language as we're talking to him so that he can respond in our language.
That's true. I feel like you guys could probably talk to him too, because he can understand. I'm the only person who can understand him. So you could probably ask him questions.
Directly. Yeah.
Yeah, but how are we going to understand the answers?
I'd tell you
until
tomorrow.
Until the worm dies in your ear.
Yeah. Oh, gross. Get a worm in my ear. I didn't even think about that.
Does anyone have any tweezers? We may need to get that out.
At the end
never mind. It flies out of my ear. Perfect.
As a moth.
That's great.
It built a cocoon in your ear.
Oh man.
Oh.
And is going through a metamorphosis in there.
So far, my favorite cipher because it's just it's beautiful.
I have images of one of those early Star Trek movies.
This is beautiful.
You may need a Q-tip after it's done.
And I'm probably gonna shed a tear just because I've kind of if it's gonna feel like by proxy I created life, like it's gonna be beautiful.
Little moth baby.
We have to hope that it'll become attached to you afterwards, and then you just have a little butterfly floating around your head for the rest of the game.
I'm gonna name it Mirabelle.
This is how you get the haunted by moth focus.
I am totally cool with having that too. That would be. Okay, so let's ask. Yeah, is there? I'm gonna say that it's Hida. It's an inconvenience and I know this isn't your fault, but it's an inconvenience for us that we will only be able to understand you for the next 28 hours. Is there any way that it may be able to pick up on the language enough so that we can have some form of communication after that day has passed?
He looks confused. And asks, "Am I not speaking your language?"
Nope. No, it sounds quite a bit different than the one we're speaking.
There must be more issues with my system than my memory banks. Then,
Sorry, go ahead.
If someone was able to repair them, I should be able to communicate with you without any problem.
Man, I'm a doctor, not an engineer, but I'll give it a go.
I peek out from behind. We're gonna say to the machine, say, where do we need to go to repair you?
And he brings up the map again, or he motions to the map again, and points out a location in basically what is the northwest portion of the city.
How far
I'm going to mark that. I'm going to mark that down on the map in the book that I'm keeping.
Okay.
Is that near one of the galleys?
Sorta. You definitely could pass by a galley on your way in that direction.
Okay, so brunch and then repair an unknowable machine.
Sounds good to me.
Like
well, in fairness, wouldn't be the first unknowable machine you guys have done some repairs on.
That's true. If it sounded like I wasn't up for the task, that was just inflection. She's just gonna be Breeze.
Alright. Do you want to ask it anything else, or shall we go?
Well, we can ask along the way if we can think of anything. He'll be at all the consoles.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, did I not tell you guys? I'm just gonna relay most of what he told me to you guys. Sorry. I thought I was, but I probably didn't do that one.
We've just been listening to the Googly Gosh, and I've been scratching Poto behind the ears.
Well, Poto doesn't like me, so he can do whatever he wants. Yeah, so let's head out to, grab a bite, restore our rations, hopefully.
As we start walking in whatever direction we're gonna head, you hear Albert like basically mutter to himself, like, I really hope we find something to make some good stuff.
So you guys head off, and as you're passing through the city, the more you walk around, the less it feels like a city, and the more it feels like a machine. And the things that look like buildings are just structures that have are tall structures of some form. You're not seeing shop fronts or doors even for the most part. It's a lot like what you saw down below, but out in the open. It's
Okay.
gears and electronics and such.
So as we're walking, seeing all this, I say that, again, not really to anyone in particular, more out loud myself as I'm looking at everything and wonder. I'm saying, it doesn't look like we're able to get something to drink, but I might be able to make a cool cup or two.
And then, so I just look over my shoulder and smile at it. I'm like, that's thinking positive, Albie. I like that. That's keeping spirits high. That's important.
So, is there like a open ceiling? Is it just go up to like a? Do we see like the glass dome and?
Oh
like,
yeah,
look
everywhere
beyond
you're
it,
walking, you see the dome. There's occasions where you're walking under some sort of structure, but for the most part, you have a clear view of out into the night, all the time.
I'm gonna turn to Rigo and say, next time we come to the to another console, can you please ask Hida what this place is for? Why is it here, and what is its purpose? Not just his purpose, but this whole thing that we're inside of.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So yeah, next time I see a console, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, Hida, just checking in."
Okay, so about maybe every 200 feet or so, 200, maybe 300. You guys aren't exactly counting paces, so it's hard to tell. You find another console, and when asked about the purpose of the location, he tells you that it is a research station.
Oh, that's good.
What is
So
it researching?
I tell Java that it is a research station. What?
Researching what?
That was, you know what? You and I are on the same wavelength on that one. What's it researching, Hida?
And he looks like he starts to say something, and the whole frame, the whole glass pane, kind of does a light red glow, and he stops, and says, "Authorization needed."
And he says it in a different, more mechanical voice. Authorization required.
Well, that was helpful.
I look over at everyone like, that's pretty
That's
unnerving.
interesting.
That's unnerving. How's everyone feeling?
You see, I'll be like kind of like tucked like in like into his like shoulders, like you see him like kind of cowering down, like
I think we should maybe
Repair
see if we
first
can,
and ask the hard questions later.
Yeah, fix him first, and then maybe try and adjust some of his programming a little bit so that we can gain access to that information.
Yeah, Java, I'm just gonna lean into Java and be like, it can understand everything that you say, so the reprogramming stuff,
Ixnay on the ogre.
Yeah. I don't know how to react to hearing you say you're going to reprogram it when you're repairing it.
Well, we can fix him, so that's...
Yeah, that's true, I guess. Okay, so there we go. Let's go get some food and only think about how we're gonna reprogram.
And hope
Or at
he's
least
not
make sure you're
psychic.
a little bit away from the console before discussing.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so eventually you make your way to the location that he pointed out on the map, and it's sort of an open, covered area. Kind of think the little structures they have at like public parks, where there are columns holding up the roof, and then there's like tables and stuff.
It's like a big gazebo.
Okay.
Yeah, sorta.
The food court.
Like a space gazebo. Yeah, food court.
Or
In
like with
Japan.
shade cloth over the top or something like that.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
So like with like the way that they have parks with shade cloth over the top and all the cables and that holding it together.
Yeah, sort of. It's basically a large roof, and there's columns holding it up and tables around. And there seems to be some center kiosk thing.
Sure. Well, I'm going to head up to the center kiosk and see what that's about.
I follow her.
Okay. There's 3 consoles, again, basically. Screens and kind of an open area beneath. But it doesn't seem to be direct as you walk up.
I followed up behind Java, and as I peek over and see the thing you described, can I like inspect the screens or the consoles to see if there's a way to turn it on or something of that nature?
Sure. Again, give me a Numenera roll.
I have identifying the function of any device.
Oh, I'll definitely qualify. That works too. And let's call it a difficulty 3.
All right.
Can I assist using Numenera? Oh, did you get it?
I didn't roll yet. I was gonna.
Your
ask.
skill then would bring it down to a 2.
I got it, and then I actually want to use effort too.
Okay.
So that would.
Or
one.
somebody was offering assistance, and I would say the Numenera skill would qualify for that.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll assist.
So you don't need,
Got
unless you want to
So
bring
you
it down to a 0.
Nah, I'll just roll it out, and then here comes that 1.
Don't say it out loud.
Let me roll I just like rolling d20s. I got 13. Oh, first roll is a 13 on Friday the 13th. All right.
Spooky!
Auspicious.
But yeah, I successful. I guess. What did
Okay. So you managed to turn it on. You find that there was a sort of an on button, but it was flush with the rest of the face of the machine, so it was hard to find. And then it brings up a list of choices, but it's in some incomprehensible language, symbols and stuff that you don't. It doesn't even look like a language to you, but you think it is because it informs that you
It's
think.
like a recognizable format.
Yeah, the format, it looks like words, but they don't look like any kind of letters you've ever seen.
Got it.
And there's not even like pictograph kind of letters. There's not
After
even
like
hieroglyphs kind of stuff.
you guys see, Albie like he approaches the console and starts like rubbing his hands on it, and then you see at one point he actually gets to manage to press a button and the machine turns on, and when the machine turns on he jumps back and right behind Java again, and and then he sees all the words on the screen and he looks around and says, "Can anybody read that?"
Can we access Hida at that console?
No, you don't see any of Hito's style consoles nearby. The last one you saw was maybe 100 feet ago.
Okay.
I'll go over to it and see if I can figure out.
Yeah, I was just going to start tapping on some of the choices to see what happened.
Okay.
Oh God! I just reached for the console. I say, guys, wait, might blow up. Like I reached my hand over, like
I just
hold up to randomly
gently
press
push.
it.
Yeah, I just gently push Albie away. I know how skittish and that he gets around things like that. So
Albie,
but
they're
I'm
not going to
just-
put a self-destruct button in a food court.
I put my hand down. I said, I rethink about everything. I said, oh yeah, you're right. He said it was a food station.
On the other hand, everyone else here has been dead for some time apparently. So who knows? Maybe there could be just some giant death weapon that'll kill us all here in the food court.
And
Called salmonella.
as I was saying all that about, realizing what this place was, I'm still backing away far away while they start messing with it. Like I don't want to be in the general area when they start, something.
Did you see any flashing red letters?
I did
Java
not.
will turn to Albie with a little bit of a mischievous smirk on her face and say, "Aren't you hungry, Albie?"
So I don't know if I'm hungry enough to die.
Well, you guys actually really only ate not that long ago, maybe less than
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
you guys had your
Well,
breakfast.
I'm still tapping the screen to see if I can get some action happening with
Okay.
that.
So you select one of the choices, and you hear a something like powering up, like the God, I'm having real trouble with words today.
Does it sound like this?
Like a pump. Yeah, and there sounds like a pump moving, and some sort of some movement inside of the kiosk, and a sort of a bowl slides out, and a kind of a goop with these noodly things plops into it very messily, kind of like half into the bowl, half splattered out.
Hey,
And
that looks edible.
it's hot, it's warm.
Yeah.
Not
Is it
super hot, but
the
like,
sort of food that I would recognize?
no, you wouldn't even have thought of it as food unless you knew you were in a food place.
Okay.
It's this
How
kind of
does it smell?
sickly green-blue color, and the noodles are this blackish tubes almost.
Ew.
How does it
Hey,
smell?
Albie, I've got some soup here for you, mate.
It smells, to be honest, a little like tar.
Oh,
Joy.
I'm gonna scoop a finger through and put it on my
I'm
tongue.
gonna I'll pull the bowl out and
I was gonna let Poto sniff it and see his reaction.
Yeah, Poto kind of climbs up the thing and like takes a lick at the stuff that's splattered on the side, and he makes a face. Oh, he doesn't like that at all.
I'm sorry, buddy.
The two that are taking a taste of it, give me a might roll.
Oh no, you're
Oh,
dead.
must be good then.
Quick, Albie, cover your head.
Just 5.
Oh boy.
I wasn't tasting it, I was just taking it out of the thing.
Oh, okay. So are you
I
going
was
to
tasting it
tasting
though.
it?
Yeah. Yeah, of course I am. You kidding me?
Oh, that's vile, and you actually throw up a little in your mouth and spit it out.
Oh, so I dry heave and the whole deal, huh?
Oh no, you more than a little bit of dry. There's a little bit of actual throw up you kind of have to spit out of your mouth. It's not full on puking, but it's a little, and you got a little sick in your mouth.
Well, I'm disappointed.
I said, I told you guys from where I am, all like hiding behind some whatever thing. I told you guys.
I'll push another
Maybe we
option like
made
two
it a
levels,
choice.
two lines down.
Okay.
Maybe you'll just
go through their menu, try and find something that we actually.
Maybe you just picked the wrong one. Maybe that wasn't the soup of the day.
The two of you who have Numenera as a skill, and
Yes.
Albie with your figuring out the use of stuff. Why don't you guys all give me a roll as you guys are like looking at this?
Okay, I'm gonna use my coffee asset too. Is that okay?
What is it with the fives? We've been cursed with fives.
When they say they're gonna try to use another option on the machine, I say, wait, guys, wait, and I approach the machine to also help, with identifying like what we should probably press next. And I also want to use my coffee assets for this too.
I'm sorry, who was the other one that used their coffee asset? Because you didn't mark it on your roll, so I don't see it.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah,
no
it was
one.
me. I didn't mark it on my roll. Sorry.
Okay, so you beat a 2, Rigo beat a 3.
Oh wait, so what? Let me
Albie,
just
you're
roll
gonna
it
make a roll.
Oh, I rolled a 1!
Oh!
GM intrusion.
Excellent. Unless you would like to spend an XP to reroll.
The
I don't-
kiosk
You
explodes.
have the option.
I do not.
Okay, I didn't think you would, but I wanted to remind you the option was there. Especially since you got the extra XP.
Oh, did Albie find a way to make it explode? His greatest fear.
Yeah, no, Albie. Oh, you saw something that you're like, oh, that looks like that might make this easier to read, and you press a button and the whole thing goes dark.
I press it, you hear that power down sound, you hear that Windows like sound off noise, and then it shuts off. I'm like, oh guys, oh.
You thought you found the picture menu version, and no.
Yeah, that's all I say. I
You hit the
literally
screen
like,
at the same time that Rigo hits it, and it didn't like that.
Alright, so after it turns off, I go to press the same spot that I pressed, turned it on before. Like
No reaction whatsoever.
You see me like repeatedly press it. You hear that like
Yeah, it's not even making any noises now.
I say, oh, sorry guys.
Well, I guess we should be happy that there's more than one of these.
Yeah, we have two others, I believe.
That you can't touch from here on in.
You see Albie look down and off to the side and go, okay.
It's okay, it didn't taste very good anyway.
But also, I would like to take some of, not like the soup or whatever we got, not the noodly part, but some of like the liquidy sauce, and like, I guess, save it. I want to try to like boil it or cook it at some point later, not now, but...
The sauce is the part that both
Rigo and
Napoto tried and did not like. Nobody actually tried the noodles.
No, I don't want to...
Lick of the sauce.
Alright, so on top of like I want to like try to save it for later when I have like a chance to like sit down with like a brewing kit or something. So on top of taking some of the sauce, I'll also chop up some of the noodles, not whole noodles, but like some of it with
A portion of the noodle.
Yeah, to boil it maybe with the thing or whatever.
You know what?
But for later.
I'll help you collect that stuff because I've got alchemy bag with tools and ingredients for making my drugs, so I'll just collect some of this stuff because who knows what it is or what's in it, and so maybe I'll take a closer look
You're
at it.
taking a portion
also.
for yourself as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have to roll for that or
No, that's fine. That's
yeah, it's fairly simple.
collecting supplies, and you're just taking something. You're not trying to find it. You're not trying to do anything with it at the moment. You're just putting it in a bag or a jar or something.
I'm gonna put vial of food trash in my inventory.
Tar goop.
Alien
I'm
penicillin.
One weird food sample.
Right.
Car food. And food is in quotation marks. There we go.
And
While they're doing that,
Albie, would you like to take the bowl as well?
The bowl? Oh, actually, yes. I would actually would like to take the bowl. I forgot that there was like a plate bowl that it was in.
Yeah.
Actually, as I pick it up, I want to like examine it. Like, what exactly is it made of? Like, is it metal? Is it porcelain? Like, what is it like this?
You're not familiar with what the material is. It seems to be almost some sort of. I'm trying to think if you guys would know what. It's kind of some kind of a ceramic, almost like a plastic ceramic. It's and actually, as I assume you're gonna dump out the rest and
yeah, we don't want all of that. Yeah, just get rid of it.
Look it over.
Yeah.
You see, it has a sort of kind of a little nodule-y bit on the bottom. Albie doesn't recognize what it is, but for your viewing, to give you an idea what it looks like, essentially it's a injection mold spot.
Ooh.
It's one of those little
Yeah.
nubs. That's a term for it. I can never remember what the right term is.
I like nub. I'll go with nub because I don't know either.
Alright, cool. Alright, so yeah, I take the bowl, I put it away, I say, well, maybe I'd be able to, pick off a piece of this, use it for something.
Yeah, and the bowl, it's, the base of it is circular, but as it comes up, it has 3 points formed in kind of a spiral pattern.
Interesting.
So that at the top of the bowl, it's triangular.
Okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
And upon looking at it, I don't know if I have to make a roll for this or anything. Does it look like it has any other function, or is it just like a plain bowl? There's no power to it. There's
Oh no, it's definitely single material, no mechanical or any kind of moving parts or anything.
Got it. Okay.
So I turn to everybody else and I'd be like, I feel like there's a possibility these things will work a little bit better after we repair whatever it is that's heating, impeding.
It's true. The issues with the station may be causing problems with the food generator. Maybe their food doesn't actually taste like ass.
Yeah.
Tar.
It was kind of hot garbage. I'm not gonna lie.
How do you know what ass tastes like, though? That's what I want to know.
I've heard stories from people, other people, not me.
I think it's
some
just a
people
general.
are into that.
It's just a general saying, right?
Taste and smell are fairly connected, so one can imagine what pee or ass tastes like from the smell.
I love that this is where we are now. This is perfect.
Hey, Java brought it up.
That's true.
Yes, we have some time to get this situated. I know I have at least a couple of days of rations on me, so we're not super stressed.
Sure. Yeah, rations. Right.
Well, you guys are heading to the
repair point.
control center
Yeah.
thing, and
I'm gonna say my confidence level isn't super high after the fact that we just broke a food court, but yeah, let's go see if we can fix an entire system.
well, as long as you don't let Albie touch anything.
Yeah, I would say, we should continue on our way, but as we're getting ready to go or as we're walking, I say, yeah, I will definitely not be touching anything anymore, guys. Do not worry.
Hey, it's fine. I almost blew us all up earlier, so, technically you are still probably a little bit more safe around technology than I am.
Or he just got lucky and wasn't messing with something as dangerous as you were.
Yeah, it was just a food processor.
It didn't blow up, so all good.
That's always a plus.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, and away we go.
Okay. So you guys continue on, and the quietness of the city is really seeping in, and other than yourselves, there's no noises. You hear a little bit of noise when you approach one of the consoles, but other than that, the city is dead quiet, and it's very dark. There's not a lot of light. There's the light from they have a name for what they call the sun. Do they still call it the sun? I think you remember there was different names for a lot of the planets and stuff.
As we're walking in this quiet,
Nope, they still call it the sun.
what happened? Oh, the sun. All right.
Yep,
But
they
I-
still call it the sun, Earth, the moon. It's just everything else that has different names.
But yeah, as we're walking in the quiet, it's kind of disquieting to Albie. So he starts humming one of his favorite, like at the last coffee shop or whatever he worked, and they had a song they played a lot on the radio, and he starts humming it. He starts humming that favorite song of his, like not very loudly, but loud enough to like that it's not dead quiet.
Yeah. Did we lose Ixis?
Yeah, he said he's got to go pick up his wife, and he'll be back in an hour, he hopes. And he will punch or shoot any problems that get in our way, apparently.
Alrighty.
We have access to his character sheet.
Right, I was going to say, I'm going to grab his sheet, so if we need to do anything...
Yeah.
He says he's trained in ranged and melee heavy attacks.
Yeah. Well, no, he's practiced. He doesn't actually have training. He doesn't have the skill for it.
Oh, I see.
It's an important difference.
Yeah, people get that confused. So there are some instances where you can become trained, but mostly
Right.
starting out, you just practice.
Yeah.
It's the one thing I don't like about the character sheet because it has the untrained on there, which is not like anything that's listed in the books anywhere. it should just say
Yes.
have a P for practice. It is so freaking confusing.
Well, but it's the same untrained that they have for the skills, so it is what it is. It's not perfect, but yeah, they are pretty good sheets.
It's the best sheets on Roll20 I've found, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so as you guys are walking in this eerie ass quiet, why does everybody give me an intellect defense roll?
Who did that?
Sure.
I'm rolling for
Difficulty 4 for me.
that's mean. I'm not gonna do that to him. I rolled for a 1 for him. That's
He'll feel like you're starting to like
that's
actually
just
do it on
mean to have
purpose.
done. So we're gonna
I'm
ignore
gonna-
that.
I've got to go for an hour. Well, you rolled 1 over and over again while you were gone. Just so
what
you
was
know.
What's he doing? Sitting in the corner, rocking backwards and forwards.
Well,
Yeah, they're
maybe
really-
that's actually not bad. He, as you guys are walking along, Ixis, sort of yells out and like drops to his crouching position. Is kind of rocking, holding his head, and is definitely out of it for the moment. He,
Aw. I feel
Oh.
really bad that he feels that way. Is there any way that I can kind of? I'm gonna try and like.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Go.
ahead. No, you.
Java will go over and just pat him on the shoulder and say, "It's all right, mate. We'll have everything back up and running very soon."
Yeah, and as you touch his shoulder, he kind of like does a little like twitch away because he doesn't wasn't expecting your touch and is definitely a little freaked.
Alright.
Something upset him.
Can I do a perception to see if there's anything else in the area that might have upset him, rather than just the fact it's so quiet?
Sure.
What do I need to roll for that?
Would be intellect, and if you have the like a perception skill, you can apply that.
I have a searching skill.
Yeah, again, searching is when you're actively looking for something.
Yeah, no, I'm just
a
looking.
notice. I think we had this problem before that you didn't have a plain notice kind of skill.
Just 2 more XP and you can get it.
Okay. Yeah, actually, you see a shadow move off in the distance, and
I pointed
Not-
out to
not
everybody
a
else straight
small
away.
shadow either. Something big.
Okay. I pointed out to everybody else straight away.
Does it concern
guys, I
anyone
just
else
saw
that he just
something.
said there was nothing living on here, and then that thing moved, and it's huge?
Could be a robot.
It could be mechanical.
Yeah, I just went to undead right away. So
The time and age we
Well,
live in.
that's a distinct possibility.
Rigo's a little bit, maybe just a little bit paranoid, just a little bit right now.
Yeah, I should specify, when I say big, I don't just mean like person big, I mean bigger than person big.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can mash a bunch of
Very
corpses
large
together.
creature if it's undead.
Yep.
How
That's
far
what
away
I'm
was the
worried
shadow?
A good, 30, 40 feet, and you saw, or Java saw a kind of a shadow move behind, and away. So you don't see anything at the moment, but you guys could try to track it down.
Well, seeing as our big bruiser is curled up in a corner, scared of what might be that thing, I am a little bit more frail than that. So I don't know how much I want to chase it down, but it'd probably be a better idea to get an idea of whether it's going to come back around on us once we're in whatever room we need to go into.
Are we close to one of those consoles?
Not at the moment, but you guys could definitely move towards the next one. You think you see the glow from Hida's display.
Yeah, let's stealthily make our way over to the next display. You did say the shadow was.
As soon as you guys say that, you see Albie, like, he's stealthy, but he's still he saw that big shadow too, or was alerted about it. He wants to be out of there. Like, he wants to go talk to Hida about it and find out what the fuck, like, what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
so he wants to be ahead of the pack in this situation.
Stealthily leads the charge.
Yes, stealthily though. Yeah,
He is stealthily sprinting.
crouching down like as low as he can, and trying to be as quick as he could about it.
Can
Okay,
I get
yeah.
Ixis to follow us so we don't leave him?
I was wondering if you guys would remember that or not.
We need to.
I'm the empathetic one, so I was
I was
like,
kind of hope you guys were all gonna like run off and be like, by the way, Ixis isn't with you because he's still curled up in a ball.
No, Java will help.
Whoever wants to be the primary on this, give me a like a pleasant social interaction
sure, I can do that. I'll give it a go. I've trained in it, which doesn't really.
to try to talk them into coming with you guys.
8.
Okay, but you had the train, so it actually beats a 3.
Oh, did the train not show? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it shows.
No, it shows.
Okay.
But
It shows as a negative
the
one.
way they have it, the way it shows it, the roll beats a 2, but the difficulty beats.
I gotcha.
It lowers the difficulty, but I was kind of looking for how high could you do. So essentially, you
I
beat
see.
a 3.
Okay.
Same difference.
Can I rouse this gibbering?
Yeah, you managed to get him to his feet and kind of tug him along.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just talk to him. I'll try and be as soothing as possible and let him know that just because he saw something large and hulking in the foreground doesn't necessarily mean that it's antagonistic or aggressive. And if it was, there's a possibility he would have already told us. So just being I might not even believe these things, but I'm trying to soothe him as much as possible.
Okay. Okay, so guys, try to make it over to the next console. Everybody, give me a perception roll. And we're looking for a spot, kind of thing.
Okay, got it.
Search, unfortunately.
I'm trained in perception.
Okay.
What else do I have? Do I have anything else?
Oh, 17 and a 19.
Ooh.
There we go.
Yeah, the 17 doesn't do any good when you're not in combat, though. So, but 19 will.
I'm also trained in sneaking and hiding.
Albie, you gonna roll?
Yeah. All right. One second.
The 19 is probably sufficient, but
All right. Let me.
Victory.
you might roll a intrusion. So,
Oh, the 13 again.
Spooky!
Albie, are you aware that if you look at your sheet, there's little dice on them that you roll, and then it brings up
I know. Yeah, but
all the special stuff? Okay. So, Tavon, you see the shadow, and it's it's definitely big. And you hear a bit of a grinding noise just before it appears. So Halon will have the first opportunity to react, and then everyone else will be able to roll. As this thing comes out.
Oh, hello. Hello,
Yeah,
my
and-
pretty.
You guys are maybe half its size, probably more like a third of its size.
Okay.
So it's pretty big.
Snake robot monster.
Yeah, I didn't decide. I didn't give it any kind of special name. So
So, is it
Surprisingly
looking
enough, that's still
hostile?
intimidating.
no. So Tavon, it comes out, and you have an opportunity to do something. Oh, what do you want for your minor effect? What do you want to do for that?
If it's looking hostile, I'm gonna want to attack it. So maybe advantage on my shot.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. So you take an asset on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have an opportunity to act before it gets to.
So does it seem hostile?
Oh, it's definitely hostile. It's definitely coming at you, looking like it's gonna attack.
The light in the middle of it turned
How
red.
far away is it?
It's pretty much on top of you guys at this point. It's
Okay.
not immediate, but close. Right? Is the right term?
Yep. Alright.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my caffeine asset as well.
Okay.
And I'm doing a level of effort into damage. And it's going to get a bow attack.
Okay. So you dropped it by 2 steps.
So it is, let's see, starts with a difficulty 3, 4, 5. So difficulty
Okay.
5 and 7 damage.
Okay. And that's with the 3 already. The effort damage, right? That already factors that in.
Yeah, that factors the damage
See
in.
if I scroll over, it does the math. That's nice.
Yeah, that's why I like the sheets.
Yeah,
If you put all this stuff in, it at a glance tells you everything.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to hit it. It's moving fast, but it's also very big, so that brings the challenge of hitting it down a little bit. And you managed to strike against the body. So it's gonna make a smash at you. So why don't you go ahead and roll a defense against it?
I don't
I'm
suppose
sorry, that's you, Tavon.
Yeah.
I'm speaking. Okay.
I don't suppose I know the difficulty though, do I?
Yeah, I think at this point you've got a little bit of an idea from trying to hit it how fast it's moving. It's a level 6. This thing is fast and dangerous
Mm-hmm.
and big.
And fast.
Yeah.
6
And
speed
dangerous.
defense then.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
Ooh, well,
Oh boy.
and I used a level effort, rush the points and steal a GM intrusion.
Yeah.
Rip.
You do have XP though, if you want to. Before I do the intrusion and the hit.
Sure, I'll use the XP. Well, actually, no, you can't do that for that. For natural 1, it's a free. I don't think you can spend XP.
You don't get the XP from it, but you can still spend an XP to re-roll a 1.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that to reroll then.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Well, that's better.
Huh?
Now with the reroll, do I do the cost deduction twice or?
No, you only have to pay for it once. You're re-rolling the die. You're not re-buying
Okay.
the effort and everything.
Sweet.
So yeah, you managed to get out of the way just barely.
Whew.
Yeah, you see it like coming right at your head, and you manage to pull your head down and out of the way at the last second.
Or we've got the live one, fellas.
And it slams into the ground and takes a big old divot out of the ground.
Oh, I'm way softer than the ground.
Oh yeah, definitely, because the ground's basically metal.
I don't like this one bit.
All right, let's go ahead and do initiative.
20. Jesus.
3.
Rio, 20.
Oh, I had
Got
effort on there.
3, but Albie likes going last, so that's okay. Albie got a 5. And
See,
Kayla
that-
got a 21.
Now that should be an 18 because I had effort still selected.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, what? Alrighty. And then, I closed it. So Ixis has a 13. All right. What is that? I apparently have initiative for the map itself. So let's not.
Now, if you want us to make this easier on you in the future, we can drag our
no, it's
our
it's
tokens.
no problem to add to change them as I move. That's
yeah. I was going to say if we have our tokens out on the map, if we have our tokens selected when we hit the initiative row, it'll automatically add it in there, and then you just have to hit put button it to order it by ascending or descending.
right. It's not a problem. There we go. I didn't enter, so I didn't save anything. Okay. So, Rigo, you are definitely first. You're nat 20.
Yeah. I wish I didn't get these high rolls on these inconsequential things for me. But
Right.
Well,
Getting-
sometimes going first is the best thing that could happen.
well, in your case, it made you the first target, so that's not really it.
Well, attacking it made him the first target. Getting his.
So you're
his-
suggesting I run then, is what you're saying.
Well, that's up to you.
I am. If it's my turn, I'm going to. You know what? It seems like it's angry at Tavon, so I am going to cast Distortion on him. Which I put it in the thing there. What it'll do is it'll give you an asset on speed defense rolls for a minute.
For you or
No, for you, because it's attacked you. So
okay.
in my
Okay,
in my
so basically
estimation,
for 10 rounds,
you
he's
seem-
got a speed asset on defense rolls. Cool.
yeah, for a minute, yeah,
Basically, you cast blur on him.
yeah, basically,
Alrighty.
and then I give him a thumbs up.
I look funny. Well, good.
Yeah, you got kind of a displacer beast thing going on.
And we said that Poto gives me an asset for my rolls as well, right? I can use him
Yeah,
to distract
depending
and
on
stuff.
depending on what you want to do with him. Yeah. Yeah. So is then Tavon?
Right, so I'm gonna bow attack again. and gonna use Podo, have him run off and flank the creature, do something
Kind of run
distracting.
around, give it something else to look at.
Yeah, distract him a little bit.
I thought it was gonna be like Green Arrow and the Atom, where it's like get Podo on the end of the arrow and fire him at.
Photo as an asset on
Podo's a little too
Undamaged, maybe.
squishy.
Oh, he becomes
Yeah.
Hanzo.
Yeah, basically.
I am. I'm gonna go ahead and do a level of effort on damage again. Hopefully, I'll hit.
No.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, no.
No, I'll spend 1 EXP for him to roll that.
What's that? You cut out there a bit.
I said I'll spend 1 EXP for him to re-roll that.
Okay, you're gonna pay the reroll. Okay.
And I deducted the 1 EXP, so I only have.
Well, I hope Discord's not dying again.
Oh, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah,
You're just cutting in and out.
yeah, you're getting a little robotic-y, like Discord's struggling.
My connection looks okay. I'm sorry, but yeah.
The snake robot monster is attacking you.
Alright.
Hey, there we go. That's better.
For that reroll,
Excellent. And you hit. And you're definitely hurting it, but clearly it's got armor. So not to the full effect. But maybe that effort on armor, maybe that effort to the damage is you finding weak spots to shoot at. So it's its turn. And I didn't like that. Fine, let's go over here. Do that. Okay, so it's making an attack, strangely, against Albie.
That is strange. Do you think
Yeah.
maybe it's coming to attack you because you destroyed a console?
It's hungry.
it's just attracted to the smell of coffee
It's not actually a
or those noodles that he
guardian-
carried.
It's not actually a guardian thing. It's actually the lunch lady.
You fucked up my tar machine.
I'm gonna speed this roll. I'm trying to speed this rolls. And I rolled that for 20.
Oh, wee.
You
Nice.
jump, you land on top of it, run across. You're
Alright, so what I want to happen, hopefully happen with the major effect, is maybe as I'm dodging out of the way, or jumping out of the way, I'll use a little, well, I don't know who said it just now, but I run and I jump on top of it as it lunges at me. And as I'm like running across or jumping off of it, maybe I kick a portion of it and like do some damage or something like that, or I basically kick off of it in a cool way and maybe disorient it or do some
Sure.
damage. But it's up to, I'll let you decide what the actual effect is. But I want to have a little effect off, like jumping, like kicking off of it.
yeah. You definitely do a little damage as it as you kick it and it kind of crashes into where you were.
Awesome.
What do we think Ixis would do? Ixis probably pull out his big old axe and take a swing.
Yep.
Great sword.
I think we've all got a pretty good idea of what he would do.
Yeah.
He would swing an axe and get it stuck in a wall.
Now, just because it happened a couple of times in the past doesn't mean it's still going to be an issue.
Just because it happened more than once doesn't mean it will happen more than twice.
Yeah.
No, I've been there. I had one it was just serial one rolls. I had like 3 in one game, and I was like, well, I think could we just kill this character and I'll start over with someone else because this one's cursed.
All right, and you can go ahead and have him apply damage effort because we want to take this thing down quick.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
He could get stuck in the wall.
Well, it wasn't a 1, thank God.
Yeah, no, it wasn't an intrusion. He takes a slice out of it, moves out of the way, and he takes a chunk out of the floor too. To slice into something, but doesn't get it stuck. Okay, Java, your action.
I'm going to use my bird and take a stab at it.
Yeah, so no, that does not
This
connect.
is-
Yeah, remember it's a difficulty 6.
Yeah,
okay, yeah, I need to put that in. Alright.
Or well, to hit it is only a 5 because it being big makes it easier to connect.
Yeah. Yep. Cool.
Alright.
So difficulty 6 to defend, difficulty 5 to hit. Okay.
Right.
Alright.
Is it my turn or?
Albie, it's yours.
Alright, seeing my ally struggling with this gigantic mechanical monster, I decided to give this something. Or, I started singing one of my happy songs that I heard in my barista shop there.
Can you type in what you're giving the asset to? Because we're having trouble hearing you. And then after, maybe you want to log out and log back in.
Yeah,
Attack.
Clear up your robotic thing going on here.
yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna try that.
Oh, hey, wait. Say something
Hello?
again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Mostly.
Yeah, it comes and
it was a
goes.
little better.
I wonder
Yeah.
why it is. I might have to restart my router. But anyways, I'm
You're
gonna
fine
restart Discord real fast just to maybe.
No, you're
Oh,
perfectly
okay.
fine now.
Alright, so yeah, I start humming a song, the song I was humming earlier, and I like trying to boost spirits and make you guys better at what you're doing. Say, guys,
Kill the giant snake monster.
yeah, what have you.
I'm picturing Genie on the sideline cheering on Aladdin as he's attacking Jafar's.
that's
Snake.
actually what
Yeah,
I had
that's
in mind.
It's
That's
kind of
literally
accurate.
what I'm thinking about. Good break. But yeah, that was my turn.
All right, well, go do your reset and see if you can come back a little better. Takes us back up to the top to Rigo
Hey, fam.
with your
I'm gonna.
extra boost. But you have a bonus to defense, right? So that one they don't. Okay.
Who? What?
You've got
No,
your.
I did. I did distortion on Tavon. I don't have the.
Oh,
distortion.
I'm sorry. You're right. Okay, but even still, one's a defense, this one's attack. So
Yeah. I guess let's see. Oh yeah, I've got a. So I guess modify. So I just change mod in the attack then, if I were to do one, right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's still 5. And I guess I'm gonna try and hit him with onslaught. Might as well take semi-careful aim, and try and attack.
Okay. Alrighty.
There we go. Says it was successful.
Okay, and that is the physical one, so that doesn't ignore armor.
Yeah, I assume it doesn't have a brain, so.
Yeah. It glances. You barely hit it, or barely hurt it.
Okay.
That was a I can't think of the word. Words bad.
Words are hard.
You're
Yeah,
right.
words are hard.
Words are bad.
So,
English is hard.
Not good for a GM at the moment.
how difficult is it? How wounded is it looking?
You guys think you're maybe halfway there? It's definitely looked like it's falling. It's maybe lost one of its little pincers on the mouth.
All right. So it's my turn now, right?
Nope.
All right. I'm going to, since it's close range, I'm going to switch over to my battle axe. And still the same thing, using Podo, try to distract, and going to give a mighty cleave. Not.
No, not quite. Real close though. You're yeah, because I mean that only one difficulty level away.
Yep.
So it, it almost connects and does some damage, but it kind of slides off the armor. So then, then it's the snake monster. The sort of eye in the middle charges up, and it lets loose with that laser in a sweep across. Everybody make a speed defense roll. This one is only at a 4, though.
Okay, so I got a...
Yeah, so Rigo, you're okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
sorry.
So how does my voice sound okay now?
Sorta?
I might restart my if it like gets worse. But just let me know if it gets real bad.
Yeah, well, after this combat, I think we're going to take a little 5-10 minute break so we can...
Got it. Alright, so let me do my speed roll.
Oh.
I'm training speed defense.
Java got hit.
I rolled a 3,
Albie's
so I got
getting
hit.
hit.
Yeah.
And then...
Just tell me how much damage to take.
Just tell me the number, please.
And Ixis is okay.
Hey!
How many of my limbs fell off, and I'll be alright.
So Albie and Java, both of you take 3 damage from this laser blast thing.
My leg!
If you have armor, it will apply.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do not have armor.
I do.
I don't remember who
Ow.
doesn't, so...
Yeah, I have leather armor.
Yeah, okay, so you only take 2 then.
Yep. That's not so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be 3.
Well, I was gonna say, getting hit by it physically will hurt a lot more.
Yeah.
You guys have been lucky so far with rerolls to get the heck out of its way. So this whole campaign, last session too, you guys have been good about getting hit too much.
That's my
Like a
secret of
butterfly.
success. Not getting hurt.
Of course, we're also now playing on the Intrusion Galore channel, so maybe
Yeah,
better watch.
did you notice I didn't join Intrusion
Yeah,
Galore when I
I
first came in?
know. You picked a different one.
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier, and I'm like, no, I don't want to bring it up. I don't want to talk about that.
Right. Okay, so Ixis will make his... Oh man, I closed it again. I keep closing it. Okay, what do you think? You think he's gonna do again? Take a normal swing at it.
Oh, he's gonna barbarian swing. He's gonna go
Oh,
Conan the
yeah,
Barbarian.
Yeah.
Slathering at the mouth.
He lets out a Xena war cry.
yeah, that's right.
Oh, I miss that show.
So, damage effort again.
Xena, warbling princess. Hey!
Hey.
Excellent. Yeah, for a whopping 9 damage, because he's got that big old two-handed...
Yes,
Nice.
sir.
Yeah.
And this thing is barely keeping it together.
You see like that blue screen of death on its eye.
Yeah, actually, his attack goes right through that center thing, and the glass thing in the front is cracked and no longer glowing.
Can't come back from that.
Yeah. At the very least, you guys are pretty sure you don't have to worry about that sweeping laser again.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Shut that down.
Nava.
I'm going to use a level of effort to hit.
Okay. And you have your asset.
You did it.
Okay.
Hey.
Kill it.
Yeah, I haven't used the asset yet. I keep forgetting.
Well, no. Albie is cheering you guys on. You had an asset back.
Oh, okay. Yep. Cool.
Okay. So you hit. And again,
Kill it.
it's a minimal amount of damage. You kind of. It's a ping. But it doesn't have a whole lot left, so I mean,
Yeah.
even a ping is a significant amount at this point.
Yeah.
Ellie, you gonna keep on cheering?
Wait, you said it didn't get destroyed, right? And it looks like it's on its last legs?
Yes.
Alright, so no, I stopped the cheering, and again, Albie knows when things need to get done, and he sees that it's about that time. So, seeing in the same spot that he kicked it before, he wants to lunge at it and, stab at it with his small dagger. Because he knows the faster it's almost dead, and the quicker it's done, he won't have to worry about his life anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
he wants to kill it or finish it.
Okay, so is he adding effort to?
Yes. So, would that be speed or might?
A little dagger thing, I would assume, is speed.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna drop my speed by 3. And I feel I don't have an attack. I didn't actually set up an attack thing, so I'm gonna just roll d20.
That's fine.
All right. I'll roll the 5.
Okay. Does your,
It's one step easier because you're using the dagger.
Yeah.
So it's
Alright, so I use effort, I'm using a dagger, I'm practicing with light weapons,
Yeah, that only brings it down to a 3, and you only hit a 1.
damn.
No. You kind of take a jumping swing, and it's like a kid trying to, take a punch at a football player or something.
Yeah, what you guys see is Albie goes to do all that, and as he goes to, actually stab it, he misses wide and just falls on his back on the floor and just... and yeah, he gets up and he looks like, embarrassed about what he just did. And,
Rigo just kind of smiles and shrugs. He gives you the 2 shrug, like,
Good effort, good effort.
Yeah.
Give you a thumbs up.
Okay, Rigo, we're back on top with you.
Okay. I guess I'll try and do. So I don't get the asset anymore. I'm gonna put damage effort in for the attack, and I'm gonna try and do onslaught physical now, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, okay.
Oh, yep,
Well,
yep.
Oh, yeah.
That'll do it.
Wow. You hit the thing, and it basically kind of explodes, and it kind of creates like a ripple exploding effect down the line of the snake, and just boom, 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 and the whole thing is in pieces.
Okay, that's good.
Yay.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that was way more than it needed to kill it, so it obliterates.
I sure hope we can find some ciphers in there, because I have a couple empty spaces on my belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yep, time to do some scavenging.
That's right. Well, I did clear it in 2, so we should be able to get in the innards, Lily.
Okay, so let's take a 5-minute break and
Okie dokie.
come back.
Yeah, I'll go restart my modem. So sorry if it takes a little more than 5 minutes, but it should take like 5 minutes,
Okay.
All right, so be right back, guys.
Okay, guys and gals on the stream, it looks like we're going to take a little bit of a break, so use this opportunity to get you something to drink, get a refill, go walk your dog, you know, all that cool, real life important stuff, and we'll be right back. Hope you're all enjoying the show so far. Feel free to strike up conversations in chat. Since I'm not DMing this one, I can kind of interact more than I normally would on my Saturday game, so I try to interact with everybody. And yeah, we'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
I was
All
kind of
right.
letting us go a little long, hoping Nixus would make it back before we came back from break, but
Yeah.
can't wait forever. So
Alright, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, my food is ordered, but maybe in like an hour I might have to step away to go get it. But yeah.
all right.
I think Spriggs is watching us now. Spriggs
Oh.
Cipher Unlimited. Hi.
His name is Spigs. No R.
Oh, Spigs. Oh yeah. I don't know why I do
Hi,
that.
Anthony.
I even typed it Spriggs in chat to him. Well, now I feel bad. I'm Darby. I
what
like
up,
putting people.
Anthony?
I like putting extra letters in people's names. It's a hobby. I should kick the habit.
Are we back on? Because he's asking if we're still playing.
Yep. We're on.
Yes.
yes.
Wait,
okay.
we
so,
were on a break screen that's kind of like a drone flying through the forest on
He says,
loop. So-
it said we're traveling.
yeah.
All right. So you guys
That's cool.
defeated the big snake thing. And does anybody want to use any of their rests to recover?
I definitely do
Yep.
want to recover. Yeah, my action recovery roll.
So go ahead and make
I was
those-
gonna
those
say
rolls.
that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
might
might
do
as well
that.
do that again,
Was that D6 plus 1?
Oh,
Yes.
Suck.
D6 plus uno.
Max roll, minimum roll.
Wow, really?
Oh, me too. 2 minimums.
Wow, and 2 almost max. Well, 1 max,
Yeah.
1 almost max.
I'm just putting them both in my might.
I'm just gonna use the one. I'm not at full, but I'm not gonna waste another roll. Just trying to get 2
I
more
think
points.
Ixis is gonna make a 4. Not bad.
Well, you know what's good is that none of his rolls have been so terrible that he comes back and thinks that we're actually sabotaging his character.
In the one intrusion thing, but I gave that as an excuse for kind of keeping him out of what's going on.
And he won't even know that happened necessarily unless we're like, hey, remember when you were a huge, like, coward?
Yeah. Okay. And
So
then,
will we search this thing and see what we can find?
yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Uh,
we're gonna do some scavenging. That's what I plan on doing anyway. See if we can
Yep.
get any ciphers or money or
I
something
definitely
out of
want
this.
to do the same.
Why doesn't somebody give me a roll? I'm gonna have you roll 2d6 and take the higher, and that will be how many ciphers we find.
Ooh. Well,
I'm
who
not
just
rolling it.
rolled a 1?
2d6 with
I
advantage.
did. That was me. I want to do it.
Me too, actually.
I'll do it. 2d6 and what?
We're gonna take the better of the 2 rolls.
Okay.
Oh, I've just done one, so there we go.
Ooh.
Okay, so our 4 is our better roll. Hang on a second. Let me grab. I didn't actually put that book near me. Since we have 4, we're gonna have each of you go ahead and roll. And so we need a pair of percentile rolls from each of you.
We have 2 of them. $39 and $57.
All right, let me do that also. So it's 2d100.
All of us do it, or just them two?
Yeah. Everybody make 2 rolls because there's gonna be
So we're
4
rolling 2.
ciphers. So everybody with Ixis is gonna make a pair of rolls.
I got
Oh yeah, you can do it that way. The 2D100, and then I can just look at the separate numbers.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it saves chat space.
Yeah. Okay, and Java's got hers separated because people rolled in between. Not a
Sorry.
problem. No, not a problem.
That's fine.
I rolled so high. I'll do
Let's
like,
do Java's first, since she got in there first. So 18
99.
puts us. Oh, I did that wrong. First, it should be D20 and then a percentile.
Oh.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's
That's okay. I will just divide all those by the 5.
I'll just roll a d20.
Oh, okay. So 16 puts us on list D, and then 24 gives us an organ patch.
Ooh,
What? An organ?
patch.
That sounds yummy.
You can drink more now. Just
I still
supplement
didn't
your
pick
liver.
up what it was.
Oh, hang on.
He'll put it in there probably.
Yeah.
It's just called an organ patch. Just. You know what? It could be.
Okay.
I'm thinking it's for a body, but it could be for the instrument too, because organs could use a patch now and then.
You're so
Everything gets run
funny.
down.
There you go. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, do you have the technological
I
compendium?
believe everybody has
Yes,
the
I do.
PDFs, at least.
Okay, because if
Yeah.
you don't, I can always just copy and paste it into the chat or something.
No, I have it.
Okay.
Right. So you can copy and paste it into your. on
Yeah.
your sheet. And you can go ahead. All right. So, Albie, let's see. Give me a D20 roll. So that is on list E, and we'll use your first number then, the 78. And that is a truth inducer.
oh, I like that.
That sounds like a probe to me.
Where do I find that? Or yeah, I see that.
What? Oh my god, Bard, your organ patch is fucking weird.
What does it do? I gotta look it up.
It's the user can set the control panel to choose a single organ they would like to regrow. Shortly thereafter, the device produces a strip about 4 inches by 2 inches of a sticky flesh-like substance the user places on their arm or leg. In 24 hours, they have a newly regrown organ. Once the organ is fully grown and properly placed, it self-sticks and begins to grow connections to the user's body. If allowed to attach for 28 hours without taking damage, the new organ becomes permanent.
What?
On the
So you get to do,
outside
like-
of your body, or does
Yeah.
it goes on the inside?
It's something the size
It's
of
kinda
an
like a
ear,
reverse
finger, a
alien.
toe, or an eyeball. So you could have an
Oh my
ear,
God.
finger, toe, eyeball.
Could you wait? It's only body parts you already have, or could you just give yourself gills? Like
It says regrow, so I'm assuming that you already have one.
Okay.
Oh, so
yeah,
so it does limbs. I was thinking like, okay, I got a liver hanging off my side.
You could have a second tongue if you wanted.
Well,
A third eye.
that's
So
a
I
different
have-
type of stream.
Guys, it definitely says regrow, so I think
Yeah.
it will work for replacing something you've lost
Yeah.
rather than getting a second one.
I'm not going to worry about putting my hands in things from here on in.
It also says the size of an ear, finger, toe, or eyeball, not a hand.
So a baby hand then. I could have a baby hand.
Oh, God, you'll be Deadpool.
Yeah, like Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool.
All right. Okay. Kayvon, give me a D20.
Sure thing.
'Cause I goofed and. All right, we're on that same list.
That PDF.
Colin, what level is that?
I'll let you go ahead and roll the levels. So go ahead, roll the D6 for the. And I'm also kind of leaving it in your guys' hands to tell me what they look like when you go to use them. You get a general idea from the.
I feel like if it was like a research station, if like the organ patch would have just come out of like a med kit on the side of a wall. And so it probably just looks like it's packed like a gauze strip, except it grows you an eyeball.
Well, it could come in handy.
Absolutely.
A fancy
who's the
nicotine
medic?
patch.
Yeah,
Who's
you see a
our
pirate,
medic?
you make his day. You're like, boy, do I have a deal for you, buddy.
Okay, so Avon, yours is a water repellent plates.
I'm kind of having
I
fun.
know what they are.
Basically,
I've heard
it'll
about
let you
those.
walk on water. Not bad.
These
Kinda
can also
cool.
be used to allow an object to float across the surface of water.
96.
Okay, so Rigo, and you already rolled me a d20.
I did. I rolled.
So that's a 2. That's our first list, and then a 39 gets you a burrowing bubble.
A boring bubble.
Burrowing, as
Oh,
in
okay.
digging.
Gotcha. Ooh, I'll take that. I'll buy that for $1. Oh, there it is.
Alright, I need to.
Oh, so I'm in the bubble. Wow.
Yeah, basically creates a bubble around you, and then you can dig.
All right.
Very interesting.
Are you what's his name?
Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey?
No, when I hear alright, I think of Dennis from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, when he's being all creepy about stuff. Yeah.
No, it's in an episode where Charlie is trying to run the bar as best as he can for the health inspector, and every
Oh,
time
that's
Dennis
such a
is
good
there,
episode.
he's like, alright.
That's
I'd be
such a good.
surprised if that wasn't him mimicking McConaughey. Definitely McConaughey's thing.
Cool. I like this. I will use it probably appropriately.
And poor Ixis pulled into his went back into his shell for the moment, and kind of keeping his distance from the creature.
It's only himself when the thrill of battle energizes his limbs.
Yeah, he kind
That's
of
right.
went berserk on it, and then went back to being freaked out.
Battle
Are
focus shell
we,
shock.
are we
He's,
near the any of the consoles?
Yeah, you're not far off, so you guys can walk over there.
Can we? I want to ask the console. What was that thing that we just fought, and are there any more like it?
Okay. Who's got the earworm again?
Me still.
Rigo.
Rigo.
Rigo. So yeah, he responds, and of course Jabba doesn't know what the hell he just said,
Yeah.
but Rigo can translate that it is a basically an experiment. It was not a standard part of Omega Nox.
Is this what you're researching then?
And again, I mentioned the research. It goes red and requests for authorization, and
Access denied.
Yeah, basically.
yeah.
Except it sounds more like because we don't.
Yeah, but
Is there anything else like that?
Kind of goes straight and does the whole red flashing. Pretty clear what that means to everybody.
You done, Goof? Don't say that again.
Is there anything else like that thing left in Omega Nox?
and you could see him doing that little head tilt thinking thing again, and it can't sense anything like that, but it didn't sense it to begin with.
Yeah.
Its form is too closely related to the city itself. But it reiterates there are no life signs other than the 5 of you. 6. I'm sorry, Podo.
Podo!
Well, I guess we should keep going.
Yeah, we gotta repair Hadi. Hida.
Oh, I gotta find if there's a chemistry lab here. I'll just earmark that.
There'll be all sorts of labs here.
How far away are we from where we need to be?
Maybe 3/4 of the way. You guys walked for a good maybe hour and a half, so it's a big place, but not a lot going on. So the long walks down, very empty. I mean, streets. They're just kind of spaces between one structure thing to the next.
We should have bought some skates with us, and then we would have got there quicker.
I got some instant wings that lets me glide like those female whatever the main character was in the Dark Crystal. I can just flutter.
Oh, cool. Shall we keep going?
We definitely should.
Yes.
I'll let Podo range ahead of us.
Yeah, and after that encounter, Albie is definitely situating himself in between everyone, where he's not in the back or the front. He's definitely, he doesn't want to be vulnerable in either direction.
Yeah. So, hang on.
I would be in front because I have the journal with the map in it.
Yeah, Ixis is kind of clinging to Rigo, since Rigo is the one who brought down the beast.
Mm-hmm. This big hulking guy is like, hold me.
I told him it was nothing to be scared of, too. So.
A little scared.
Yeah, he could be a little scared. It's okay to
A
be
little scared.
It's okay to be a little scared sometimes, buddy.
I'm actually very impressed that you guys came through so unscathed. I was throwing a level 6 creature at you guys. I'm like going, I hope I don't kill anybody.
Me too.
Yeah, I was.
A full party.
You got it didn't get too many chances to attack, and good rolls and re-rolls saved you guys again.
Mm-hmm. As we're walking along, Java's got her bird out, so just in case.
Her what out?
Her bird, her sword.
Oh yes, okay. They said her hood, and I'm like going hood.
No, her bird.
Bird, yes, bird. I'm assuming everybody else is probably walking around, weapons out.
Yeah,
I got my bow.
I definitely am not. That's a more of an emergency situation type thing. I'm definitely shaking up and looking around a lot, but I'm not ready to fight. I'm more ready to run, if anything.
Yeah, Ixis is holding his sword close to his chest and kind of walking right behind Rigo, stepping on his heels from time to time.
Yeah, I've just got I don't use my blowgun because I just use it more as kind of like a walking staff, like cane type situation. So I'm just kind of like spinning that in my hands, like occasionally dropping it because I'm not that coordinated at it.
Yeah,
but,
you stop to pick it
clack,
up.
Clack, clack, clack.
Ixis runs into you.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
All right, so you guys make it over to where Hida indicated, and there is a kind of a low structure. Not very big for what you guys expected to see. It's maybe the size of a room,
Is there a do we see another console where we can speak to Hida from here, or no?
Yeah, there's one semi nearby. In fact, actually, there is one situated in front of the
good.
structure.
Awesome.
Hida, I am here to fix you now.
I would appreciate that. And he kind of turns and motions behind him, and a door slides open on the structure.
I'll peek my head in.
A nice little door squeak sound.
That was my chair, actually.
It's not like a door.
Works.
It was perfect timing, though. Perfect.
Right. And tells you that the controls and data banks are inside.
Oh,
But I think someone said they peeked their head inside.
Tavon.
Tavon did.
Okay, I'm sorry. It appears there's a little bit of some kind of machinery inside, but more importantly, there is a staircase leading down.
Oh boy.
Well, guys, I should probably stay close to Hida in case they have to relay some information on how to fix the device. So I should probably stay up by the console.
I'll check out the machinery that's in this room before we mess with the stairs.
I agree with that sentiment. Actually, I asked Hida before we actually walk in, do you relay what you see when you look in? I'm assuming you do.
Yes.
So yeah, I say to Hida, I was like, and stuttering while I say, I was like, is the machinery we need to repair upstairs or downstairs?
And it takes a moment. Feel like he struggles with the upstairs downstairs terminology, and goes, "Oh yes, my main processing center is down below."
Oh boy.
So he doesn't hear that, and I don't relay it in words. I just look at him with a kind of a sorry, Albie face, and I just put I just kind of put a thumbs down and just kind of point.
And you hear Albie just say, "Oh boy,"
like inwardly groan. Okay, Hida. It seems like you know where something is wrong. Do you know also what is wrong, or just kind of have a general idea of what the affected part of you is?
I only know what I can't do or can't relay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure the full extent of the problem, nor do I know why there's a problem. I can only direct you to where my controls and my database.
And okay, so Tavon, I let him know that it's downstairs. Sorry, go ahead.
Java wants to know if there's a way that we can communicate with Hida from down below.
Yes. Yes. Once you're down there, there will be a screen, not a full console, not a full display thing, but a screen that you'll be able to communicate with Hida from down there.
Okay.
I send Podo down the stairs, and I'll start heading down there after him.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow the weasel and Podo. Just kidding.
Is everybody not going down?
Maybe Ixis.
Well, once everybody else starts going down, actually, once Rigo starts going, he follows.
Okay.
I kind of missed something because my internet skipped, and I just missed everything. So what just happened?
Podo was sent forward, Tavon followed, Rigo followed, Ixis followed.
Alright, so I followed.
So it's just you and me, Albie. Are we going to go down, or stay up the top and keep watch?
We might as well go with them.
Yep. So we'll go too.
Okay, everybody's going with. Great.
Strength in numbers, Albie says as he, try to lead Java to follow with everyone.
Okay, you guys make your way down, and shortly as you guys head down, you guys get a sense of deja vu from your heading up. That is the same kind of staircase with the flimsy guardrail, kind of an open space between. It has that going around the outside. It's possible this is in fact the same shaft or just a very similar one.
Did anybody think to ask how far down we have to go?
No.
I can
I don't
confidently tell you
think
that I never asked that.
Right.
Well, as you guys kind of look down in the center, you can see clearly it stops. It's only maybe 100 feet down.
Okay. There's nothing else in here that we can see, is there? And nothing moving?
No, nothing else moving. Nothing else that doesn't seem to be just machinery and whatnot.
How about light source? Is it lit, or are we needing to use our torches / glow globes?
I think you guys are out of those, right? Or you guys used a fair number of them.
Well, I never had any, so.
Right. No, there is a. What do you say?
I was going to say, is it lit? Because if it's not, Java, she's got a cat's eye cipher that she'll use if it's not lit.
There's a soft glow from the running machinery and electronics and whatnot. It's, it's well enough to see by, but you wouldn't want to maybe running around in a room or doing anything detailed.
All right.
Once your eyes adjust, as you get down, which doesn't take long because it wasn't very brightly lit up above on the surface either.
Yeah.
Only
okay.
limited light from the sun, between structures and whatnot. So, okay, so you get down there, and there's this sort of central machine that kind of was running up through the center between the staircases, and there's actually a what, for lack of a better word, looks almost like a throne, a chair in it.
Oh boy.
It has a nameplate on the bottom. It says Albie.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they're expecting us, Albie. There's your throne.
And you don't see a normal style console down there like you've seen in other places.
Do we notice any of the screens or anything where we could talk to Hida?
You do see one screen. It's actually a pretty big one. It's a good 3 feet across. Maybe 1.5 feet tall. But it's currently dormant. It's not displaying anything. And it's actually in the wall opposite of the throne.
I'm gonna go and investigate the throne.
Okay. Make a Numenera roll.
I can assist with that. But don't need to.
Let's say difficulty 6 or
Oh,
7 with the assist.
Yeah, no, you definitely think the throne is the controls here, that somebody will need to sit in it and possibly even somehow jack in or something. You find that there is a probe almost, or a needle kind of thing situated around the neck area. However, this thing is maybe I should have mentioned this before, that Hida is significantly taller than you guys. As I said, the glass pane is about 8 foot tall. He basically takes up the whole space. So you definitely think that that's what it is, and you would guess that that's where the probe would go into, like about the back of the head, neck area.
I sit in the chair.
But hang on. The problem being, you're too small. If you sit down in it, this thing's going to come down into the top of your head.
I'll kneel in the chair.
I'm gonna actually.
Is there a booster seat?
I'm gonna ask Hida what the expectation is now that we're in the room. What next step would be to repairing?
Well, Hida's not here at the moment because the screen opposite the throne is not displaying anything.
No.
I'll relay the information about the chair. Like I think we need to use the chair to interact from here, but it's designed for someone a little larger than us.
Yeah, even Ixis, who is kind of the big guy of the group, it would probably miss it, the right spot.
Is it a sharp needle? Is that going to go, would it penetrate someone's neck, or would it, what? I don't quite get that bit.
You can't really tell. It's, it doesn't look like it's fully extended, so you're not sure if it just, stretches out and will connect with something, or if it will expose a needle and stab. It's unclear at the moment.
Guys, give me 1 second. I think my pizza's here. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, we put Albie in the throne. He can't say no now.
Yes.
Bad time to go.
He also immediately
AFK,
makes
my
a pull up. Because, he touched something.
Yeah. So yeah, we're not 8 feet tall, so I think sitting in this thing isn't gonna work.
You definitely think you can find something to sit on to get you to the right height.
That's what Tavon's doing. He's looking for a booster. Where's a booster suit?
A furry booster right over there. Yeah, I'm suggesting you sit on Poto.
I think Poto would just get squished and not help too much.
Poto's not quite that big.
Yeah, Poto could sit on your head and he'd be at the right height.
Oh, there you go.
That's if you want to connect a weasel, a ferret, lizard thing to this.
I don't quite have the ability just yet to speak to him directly, or connect to his senses, so that probably wouldn't be very useful.
Of course, he is the most reptilian of the group, so he'd have more in common with the Hida's race.
Would there have been, when we destroyed that machine upstairs, were there any parts that we broke apart that could be kind of repurposed as a seat?
Yeah, you definitely think you could grab a chunk of it to use as a booster seat.
Well, I suggest that to the group. Yes.
Yeah, let's go get something for me to sit on. I'll be the guinea pig.
Okay, who goes back to get the piece or pieces?
Well,
it's probably safer if at least 2 of us go.
Yeah. Well, I can go. I can take
I'm
Ixis
happy to
with
go,
me.
but yeah, just in case there is something up there that attacks.
Yeah. Well, I think Ixis will follow me around, and he's strong, so I can get him to carry the thing for me. So
Ixis has found himself a corner of the room and is just sitting there. He is very happy to be in a corner and not doing anything.
Well, then Ixis will stay there.
Well, I'll come up with you then, Rigo, and we can grab a piece and then bring it back down.
Sure, that sounds good.
I'll continue looking around the room, doing some checks, maybe see if I can figure out what's going on with that view screen and the rest of the stuff in there.
You crazy kids don't stick anything in your necks while we're gone, all right?
All right. I can't give any promises.
All right. I wink, and then I start climbing up the stairs.
Yep, and I follow.
Okay, so Rigo and Java, you guys head back. When you get back up there, the site of the battle is immaculate. You don't see any pieces of the creature left. You don't see any scoring or divots taken out of the flooring. You're not even sure you're in the right spot.
I'm back.
I have
so clean.
I have the I still have that book with me that has the map in it.
Yeah, you're looking at that, and you're definitely. I mean, you think you're in the right spot, but the lack of any sign of the battle is making you doubt your ability to look at this map right.
I creep closer to Rigo.
That lack of, any sign of what happened.
Yeah, I creep closer to Rigo and go, what is going on? Are we going mad or what?
And
maybe?
the position of the sun has shifted, since you guys first started, and you're losing sight, you're losing even more of the sun as it's essentially below where the city is.
Yeah.
On the opposite side of Earth.
We don't have a lot of time to figure this out, and I don't
You're
know if we have
losing
anything.
what little light you had to begin with.
It doesn't look like there's anything else like nearby that could substitute for Robot Corpse. Or is it just like
that is loose. There's nothing loose to just pick up. You might be able to break off a piece of something too.
I'm not really the guy for breaking things off of things.
No, neither's Java's not really.
You could use your icon to blast a piece of something off.
Yeah, okay. I'll cover I'll aim at something and I'll cover my eyes and then I'll fire at it.
Give me a roll. Give me an attack roll.
Okay.
Oh!
I called it.
System-wide shutdown engaged.
I covered my goddamn eyes, okay? I'm just saying that right now.
And I'm just saying that Java still has her weapon out. She has not put that away.
Yeah,
I'm not the one who suggested I blast at a wall with Onslaught either. That was a GM intrusion on top of a GM intrusion.
Yeah, I haven't even had the need to use an actual GM intrusion. Just keep rolling ones for me. Anything more, and it's gonna turn into a, hackety sacks, soundtrack if I throw any more bad stuff at you guys.
Hey, I'm not happy about it either, okay?
Yeah. You're surprised because you don't hear the sound as quickly as you thought you would, and then it sounds more like glass when you hear your onslaught hit. As you open your eyes, you've annihilated the Hida console outside the area.
Outside that area, that's not in front of the other area.
That's why you never close your eyes before you fire a weapon.
If I didn't close my eyes, would have lost one. We would have ruined that organ regrowth cipher and had to use it within the first 15 minutes.
I think you'd look good with an eye patch.
Java will reach up and smack Rigo in the back of the head just slightly. What are you doing?
Well, you weren't breaking anything. I was trying to break something off the wall. And I did. I was aiming for the other thing. And
As you were arguing,
But you covered your eyes. Why did you cover your eyes?
Because I didn't have anything to cover my eyes. I don't want to lose an eye when I blast something off a wall.
Albie puts a hand on
No, you're downstairs. You didn't come.
My mic cut out.
Oh,
Yeah.
you came with us? Okay,
No,
so I
yeah.
jumped because I didn't realize
Okay.
Albie was there till just now.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was there either.
Whoa!
He scared the shit out of both of us.
Didn't I? I mean, again, like I said, I stepped away to grab my food, so I don't know
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
fair enough. You're skilled in
Um,
sneak, so maybe you're just quieter than you thought you were.
Rigo and Java went back upstairs to try to break off, get a piece to act as a booster seat. We assume
With,
just them. If you'd like to have gone with them, that's fine.
Nah, I would have stayed downstairs, I think. Because I know what's there. Like, nothing's gonna pop out, and I mean, at least what I assumed would have happened. But yeah, sorry about that.
Those down by the throne do hear a glass shatter noise from far up above.
You see, Albie flinch. Whoa, what was that?
I look over at Java and I'm like, well, I mean, I could try it again, I guess. Hmm?
Sure.
All right, let's do it again.
Java will step right back and so that she's like right behind Rigo.
Out of his field of Okay. Yeah, you blast a corner off of one of these structures, and a large enough chunk falls that you think you can have somebody sit on it.
Perfect. Mission successful.
Kinda.
Awesome. let's head back down. It's getting a bit dark up here.
Yeah, sounds good. So yeah, we head back down.
Yeah, we go down.
Yeah, as you pass the console, there's maybe, like a foot worth of partial glass coming up out of the base, and a bunch of glass shattered around.
Yeah. Probably was a good idea that you did cover your eyes then.
Yeah, well.
You guys were sufficiently far enough away that it wasn't going to hit you, but
Yeah.
it kind of went past the side of the building and like way over to where the console was.
Just classic player characters. Murder the first helpful NPC you come across.
I was actually participating in a game of Dungeon World, and we were transporting somebody or taking somebody somewhere. And of course, in the middle of the battle, I pulled a pair of snake eyes and put an arrow in his head.
Oh,
And you're like, sorry.
whoopsie.
Pulp Fiction type scenario.
He's just sleeping.
definitely.
Gotta call the wolf.
Okay, so you guys head back down.
Yep.
When we get down, I'm gonna immediately tell them, guys, that thing is gone. That thing that we killed, it's just gone. It's like it wasn't even there.
Yeah, and then it looks like it also probably busted the display upstairs too. And then I just got a big dumb smile on my face because I know Java's gonna be like,
Or was that
Java's just
the
a
sound?
ahead, but she's a little bit mischievous, and so she doesn't say anything.
okay.
Was that the sound that we heard then?
I mean, yeah, probably. There are a lot of sounds up there for an eerily quiet space station. Hey, here's your stool.
All right. Well, wish me luck, and hopefully this won't kill me. If I die, someone take care of Podo for me.
Make another Numenera roll. See if you can judge your positioning correctly.
I will assist again.
To set the booster seat, the makeshift booster seat, the right height
That
for you.
is a 5.
Wow,
Difficulty
okay.
5.
Yeah, you're pretty confident on your placement. And so you sit down, and as you sit down, there's the sort of pads, kind of like the mouse pad on a laptop, that kind of a thing, on either arm of the throne.
Like a trackpad.
Like a what?
A trackpad.
Sure, yeah, we'll call that
Yeah.
probably the right name for it.
Word's bad, remember?
Yeah.
I'm not sure on a good day I would have known the right word for that anyways. So it's a mouse pad, I mean, but it's
Yeah.
not for a mouse, it's... So anyways, so you set your hands down on it, and the machine starts to, wind up, and the pads glow.
Swipe
screen
left if you want a
light.
needle in your neck. Swipe right if you don't.
No, it too late. And the probe piece extends, separates to the side, and yeah, it jams a big ol' needle thing, needle cluster actually, into your spine.
Oh, says Rigo.
Back into the what's that thing in the back of your head that controls the functioning stuff? What's the
Oh, the part of your brain?
yeah,
Cortex?
the top of your spine.
I don't know.
The only thing I can think of right now is medulla oblongata. I'm pretty sure that's right.
Either that or it's the amygdala. It's one of those things. I figured. Anyways,
It's located in the brainstem, anterior to the cerebellum.
yeah, sure, brainstem. Let's go with that. That's a nice, easy, all-encompassing term.
Yeah.
And
Not a tender area at all. Let's do that.
It's also exactly what you were thinking of too. So we got it.
Yeah.
so yeah, take 3 points of
Brain damage.
yeah. Like,
And we will go on the adventure.
not pleasant. That hurts. And but Hida appears on the screen alongside a display of options or something. It's in that language you guys don't speak.
Oh, but Hida could probably read it off for me. I should say I'm like vision impaired, and I need.
Yeah, he's kind of only like the bust of him. It's
Oh.
top of his chest and head displayed.
So we can't read any of it. We don't know what any of it means, and
No, not at all.
And we have one of our characters hooked at the brain to the machine. Like, what if one of the buttons is like a flush button? He just loses his brain.
I become Hida.
Or Hida becomes you.
So what am I experiencing? What am I seeing?
It takes you a moment. You're in a lot of pain and it's this like searing fiery feeling in your head.
Wow.
It's like a Tuesday.
Yeah, I've been there, bro.
And your eyes are like flooded with light. Not that the other one can see, but that's the sensation you're having. Eventually, the immediate pain fades, and your vision comes back to you. And you're basically seeing the same thing they are. And as you kind of are looking at the screen, you see this little dot kind of moving around, and you realize you've got a cursor you can move with your mind.
Okay. Do they see me moving? I'll try to move it around. Do they see it?
Well, you don't know what they see.
Hey,
Am
Tavon, can you hear me by any chance?
Can I?
Oh yeah. No, you guys can. He can hear you fine, and you can hear them talking.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's going?
Everyone but
what's going on
Tavon
in that
see
seat
the
there?
thing jammed in the back of his head, and you see some blood. It didn't go in there gently at all.
Is the Albie immediately avert his gaze? He's like, oh, he doesn't look at it happen.
So Tavon, you all right, buddy? You okay?
I've been better.
This is
I
probably
see
the worst damage that you guys have taken since
Yeah.
going up this tower.
No, Albie
hits.
took 3. Albie took 3 from the laser.
Shot.
Oh, that's true. That's true, but that more or less cauterizes itself. So this is the most gruesome looking thing you guys have
Yeah.
had to
it's
deal
not
with.
good. Not
Yeah.
ideal.
Can you see that dot moving on the screen? And I just start
You guys-
squiggling it.
You know,
Yeah.
I wasn't concentrating on the dot. I was looking at something else. But now that I'm looking, yeah, I can see a dot on the screen.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see a dot.
I seem
uh,
to be able to control that.
It's limited to the side with all the controls and display stuff. It won't go past over to where Hida is.
Are you able to, like, does that make any more sense to you than it does us, those runes?
Not in the least.
Last time we just started pressing buttons, we shorted something out and then also made puke food. So my confidence in just guessing isn't really very high.
So yeah, so I'll look at the options. Is there anything that kind of stands out?
No, not really. It's
Damn it.
It's all gobbledygook.
Can we have any interaction with Hida at this point, or not really?
No one's tried. No one's even said hi to him.
I did, and then you said that he was just a bust.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say that you said hi to him? I must have missed that. Yes, I was just explaining what you saw.
Okay.
Yes, he responded and said hello.
I also said that, well, Hida, we're not actually able to decipher what the runes or the writing on the screen's actually saying. I can understand you, but I can't read what you've got down there. Is there any way that you can help us with translating, or maybe explaining to us what these things mean?
And he informs you that he can't actually see what's on the screen.
I would like to know if what I'm connected to. Is he connected to me?
Yeah, basically you're logged into his control system.
Could he see what I see?
No, it doesn't work backwards that way.
Does he have any ability to see anything visually in this room? Like if we saw what's on the screen and we like wrote it out,
No, he has like sensors. He can see your life signs, but he has no visual capabilities.
I will use
capabilities anywhere in the city you're in. That's not within his. He has sensors and the like.
Okay.
But seeing something is beyond his ability.
I'll use the cursor to highlight one glyph at a time of the alphabet and then describe what it looks like out loud and see if the AI can hear and understand and maybe read what I'm reading.
Okay, so we got you looking at the symbols, describing them, Hida trying to understand what you're describing, and then telling that back to Rigo. This is gonna go well.
Yes.
I'm already confused.
It's simple.
Actually, does Hida have any idea what the user interface looks like down here? Like they should be able to have access to some form of manual for its own repair?
He does, but it doesn't show that he has an understanding of how the systems work to some degree, but not to the point that he could tell you what the display is or tell you what to look for. You know, how to read what's on the screen. It just wasn't something that was ever considered to be an issue, because this is basically it'd be like asking your computer to tell you how to read the English that's on the screen so you can fix the computer.
Is there any possibility that it could extract language out of Tavon's brain?
No, again, he doesn't have any access to Vaughn's brain. The spike allows Tavon to control the system, not the other way around in any way.
I find it so weird that they used a brain needle to use a mouse.
Yes, I was kind of hoping that he was going to be able to glean something from me, or vice versa. But hey, guinea pigs is a good.
If you could understand what you could see, you might be able to have more understanding, but the language barrier.
Is there any way that Hida can give us any sort of visual representation of, say, our alphabet compared to their alphabet, or some, words or something in a way that we can maybe try and start to look at translating or something?
He tells you that the differences in the way their language is written and the way your guys' language is written, there's not an easy one-to-one.
Like 1-for-1, yeah.
Yeah. If you asked him, he does tell you that if you wanted him to display something in word form, he could do that, but you'd have to tell him what to display.
Oh, well, what does he want us to do? I mean, like, if he's busted, is there any way of, like, accessing a diagnostic in his in the like?
There are diagnostic tools and systems in his databanks and stuff, but they're not ones that he has access to.
Okay, but he could tell us what the word, like what the glyph looks like for something like that, and then we could.
Yeah, if you knew what to ask him, say, show me what the word for apple is, he could bring up a display of that word.
Oh.
But you got to ask him the right.
Okay. How about help?
Maybe ask him to display the word for system diagnostic or something like that.
Yep.
Okay, he brings up a slow scroll of words that are in that, he's giving you a bunch of synonyms.
Okay.
And
thesaurus bot.
Well, yeah, because it's not necessarily a one-for-one kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even in Earth languages, you wouldn't necessarily be able to go, okay, well, this is definitely the same word as this.
Mm-hmm.
This is describing the same kind of thing as these words,
Yeah, I get you.
So, and as it's coming up, you see one that looks similar to something that's on the screen.
I click it.
Okay. No discussion. Just, that one. Click.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame the needle in his brain.
Okay. And that brings up a new menu of choices.
Sometimes you have to do the bold choice.
Yeah. So you've got a new screen of choices, and Hida has dropped that list.
Okay.
He could tell that you did something. He's aware enough of that much, at least.
So we're in system diagnostics now. Now, what would be the next thing we tried to do? Scan,
memory bank.
How many choices does it look like there is?
You think there's maybe 8 choices?
Ooh, that's a lot of choices.
Yeah.
We could try memory. We could try scan. We could ask for the words for both of those. Tahita.
Defrag.
I have no void.
So yeah, let's try scan maybe.
And he pulls that up. No, you don't see anything that looks like that. You
Okay, memory.
Okay. Yeah. You find one that's something similar.
Okay, I clicked
Hey guys, this groping around blindly is actually going pretty well.
You figured out the way to do it. You just gotta. It's picking the right words. It's kind of a puzzle.
Oh, I said that in character. That wasn't out of character. Yeah.
Fair enough.
That was Rigo being like, "Hey, considering the fact we don't know what we're doing all right."
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, where are we at then? Memory.
So we're at memory.
Well, I clicked on memory once you tell me that.
Mm-hmm.
Once we saw another match.
What now? What's inside memory now that we're in there?
That brings up not so much a menu as it is a list. and there's a lot of stuff actually written. It's stuff is paragraphs, not just
Right.
menu options.
Okay.
Is there any way that Hida can read what's in the memory?
No, again, because he doesn't know what's written there for your guys' sake.
He
doesn't know what to.
He has no visual sensors, so we can't.
Yeah, he doesn't know what's on the screen. He can kind of tell when you've done something, but he doesn't really know what you've done.
We should go back a menu and see if there's a system reboot, restart, or something of that nature.
Do you have a back? Is there anything like back or backwards or
Actually,
return?
well, before we go back, why don't we do that? Since we're now in memory, why don't you ask for reboot?
Oh, yeah.
See what the word for reboot is.
There. Yeah. Okay.
All right. You see him kind of stop and think for a moment, and so he starts talking, and so obviously Rigo's the only one who knows what he's saying, but he's concerned that this tact might end up. He has a sort of a learning ability to his memory data, and he's concerned that this course of action may start him over from scratch.
Right, that would be a concern. Certainly. The problem that we're having is, Hida, is that we don't know how to fix you, and you're not necessarily telling us how. So we're groping around blind. If there's something that you think that you need specifically, let us know and we'll try and help you with it.
Okay, and you see him kind of trying to think. And he basically explains to you that the problem is that he's not an intelligence. It's not a sentience.
You're
telling
me.
a very, very big list of options, and his responses are chosen from the best response for the situation.
Okay.
He's pretty much like those blue AI help stations in Mass Effect. Welcome to the Citadel. I do not know that inquiry.
I'll take your word for it, because I'm not familiar with
But he's like an algorithm. He's got a bunch of compiled information, and he gives you the most relevant based on your search terms.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So what he wants to
suggesting something is hard for him.
Right. Okay. So what we want to do, well, I'll tell him what we want to do instead of because we're asking him how to fix him, and I'll just say what I want to do with him. It seems like he has corrupted memories and is not unable to give us information that we're looking for. What I want to do is make it so that he has access to all information in his system. Because that seems to be the problem, right, everybody?
Kinda, yeah.
Kinda, yeah. Well, I mean, as far as we know.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like Java dropped.
Okay, well, we can continue with this portion without necessarily...
Okay.
Tavon and Rigo are kind of the definitely necessary members for this portion.
The nerds, if you will.
Yeah.
The guinea pig and the ringleader.
The guy that's got the spiky head and the one who can understand what's being said. So he asked, would you like him to run a basically a manual test of of as much as he could without and see what's wrong. See what won't work.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great.
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back, sorry.
Welcome back.
It happens.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep an eye on it, and yeah, I just got a bit carried away with the story.
You got
so the only
carried
thing
away.
you missed is we now talked to Hida in such a way that he's going to run his own diagnostic.
Okay, cool.
Well, not sort of diagnostic as he's going to basically try to use every potential system and see which ones he can't use.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
It's
That
you
makes sense.
can't do a diagnostic search without being given the actual command to do that. But he
Right.
can try to do things and see what he isn't able to.
And once he knows what he can't do, he can show us the glyphs for the things he doesn't have access to, and then we can try and find them in the menu. And
Yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay. It is nearing 11. That's a normal cutoff time. We did start late. But it's also a Friday. So how do people feel about continuing, or do we want to pause it here and pick it up next week?
With continuing, if everyone else is.
I'm happy to continue, but yeah, then again, I'm not. It's daytime.
You're on a different time frame.
yeah, it's only 8 p.m.
I'll play all day.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. But if I know it's late for Albie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good for probably like another 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
I'll wrap up the scene or something, but
Sure, yeah. Well, maybe we can get to fixing things and then go from there. Okay, so it takes him a good couple of hours.
Oh,
And-
really?
Oh, yeah, he's got a lot of systems. It's hard to run them all without knowing, because of
Yeah,
the detail level, and he's basically kind of going through and flipping one switch at a time.
Hmm.
I'm gonna just
metaphorically.
find a clean piece of cloth and kind of just tend to the bleeding
Wound?
gore in the back of a little bit.
There was
And,
a little drip of blood. It's not constant bleeding.
Yeah, I'm just gonna clean him up a little bit and maybe make sure he's comfortable. Give him some water or whatever, because I am assuming he's just sitting there for hours with this strapped in his head.
Right.
So
time period. Can I take my next recovery roll, the 10-minute one?
Oh yeah, you guys have you can take the 10-minute one, and isn't there an hour?
Yeah,
There
there's
is,
an
yeah.
hour, yeah.
But
So you guys could take that one even if you want. If you need.
oh,
I'm-
I'm only down 2.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's hurt that bad, but
How about me? I still got the needle in the brain. Can I
yes.
recover?
Other than that 3 damage, you can't heal that damage just yet.
Okay,
anything-
Unless you're
I'm not-
stuck
I'm
to
not
the
that-
needle.
I'm not that hurt. I'll wait. I have that. I had that lovely feature where I can do the one action thing twice a day. So
Right.
that's
Um,
a good thing.
but yeah,
I recovered.
the 3 damage is basically a persistent 3 until the spike is removed.
I'll wait.
Yeah. Be like trying to recover from a stab wound when the knife's still in your stomach. Yeah, not really.
Yeah, you're gonna be like one of those trees where it just grows around a piece of fence,
Yeah, except if somebody had a regenerative focus or something, that could be a concern.
Yeah, no doubt, eh?
Heal around the weapon.
I'll just hang
I'm
out
gonna sit
and
on the stairs. Yeah, I'm gonna sit at the bottom of the stairs and just kind of. Now that I've cleaned up our pal there for a little bit.
got Poto in my lap,
Good job,
just
Mr.
stroking him behind the ears and.
Okay, so after 2.5 hours, he kind of looks up. He was kind of had his head down in thought.
Be back in a second.
And he brings up a list. Of course, not anything you guys can read, but informs you that there's a damage to the language center that's preventing him from speaking in your language.
Need to fix that.
Right.
Yes, we do.
He's got a complete memory loss of everything since basically since whatever happened. You know, which because of the memory loss, he can't even necessarily tell you a time frame. But he gives an estimated of about of about 30 years, which as you guys remember is when the tower came down, when the structure appeared on in the steadfast.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, but he doesn't have anything, more specific than that, and does not know what happened. Additionally, the security protocols are down. So he has no control over that. The research, the stations and such, he has no control over. And unfortunately, the life support system is being a problem. He's got some basic controls over it, but it definitely needs looking at.
A language and life support.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, language and life support.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to know what's going on, and I'd like to not die. So.
Yeah.
Oh. So he highlights two of the things on the list, pulls the rest back. Those ones are left, well, you guys are still in the memory screen because you guys never went back to the basic screen.
We'll ask how to backtrack, unless there's something on the screen where we're at right now that matches anything that he's flashed.
Yeah, actually, the language one, you see, he kind of brings up the two options and starts doing the scrolling thing again with those two. And for one of them, you see, he indicates that is the language option.
Click it. Blink.
It's funny because you're on the Discord, as you said, blink it, the little green circle. Okay, so yeah, you select that one, and there is again there's a few options, maybe like 5 this time, and you see something that you kind of like a drop-down menu. You select and it's got. It might have options.
I'll click that and see what drops down.
Okay. And yeah, there are other what you think are languages because the symbols are different.
Okay.
And as you kind of scroll down, you eventually find one that is English, for lack of a better term.
The truth.
What do they call it? The truth?
Yeah, the truth.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Ooh, click that one.
I click it. That looks familiar.
Okay, you click that, and the screen goes black for a minute. And,
We did it! Yay!
We didn't touch it, did it?
It comes back up, and everything is legible now. It's not in. You basically switch the language choices on this screen on the system.
Oh, Hida, you beautiful bastard. We've done it.
Well, this ought to make things go faster.
Yeah, and he goes, "Well, I'm glad that helped." Unfortunately, Hida is still speaking in the wrong language.
So what do I see on the screen?
You've got basically a computer system. You know, there's all sorts of stuff. At this point now, you've got, you know, a better control over what's going on. What do you want to try to do now?
But we'll try to find a way to make him speak the truth. I always feel weird saying that, like I don't want you to lie to me.
Quit lying to me, baby.
Okay, you give me a Numenera roll, moving things around and start. You can actually do searches and such that you're, that's okay. I think I typically would have been fine. You're not. I mean, it's basically now you're in Windows with a language you understand. So,
Yeah, he's jacking on in there.
yeah. And so you find a sort of a diagnostic tool for Hida, and are able to tell it to start doing stuff. And it comes up with errors, and but you're not at this point. It can't do any fix for that. You would need to know actually repair. It can find problems for you now. But fixing them is still an issue.
Is it going to require like a physical fix, or is it more a programming fix?
It can tell you where the location is for the damage. Yeah, you think from what you guys can read and what it can display, or what it displays when you do the whole diagnostic. Yeah, you think that there must have been some kind of actual physical damage to Hida systems that has caused a problem.
Well, we need food, water, and we need to be able to breathe and not die. Those are the important things right now. And then anything else that needs to get repaired, we can probably take whatever time is needed after we've got our basics taken care of.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Does it seem like there's any way I can like find the locations for where we need to go for each of those, and maybe get like a printout, get a physical map of some sort?
It offers to transfer to basically a data pad, but you guys are lacking having one of these data pads.
Oh, I want one now.
They don't have a printable option.
Is there a data pad anywhere nearby that he could give us an idea of where we'd pick one up?
No, it's the kind of thing that they would just have with them. It's part of their basic tools.
Yeah, so they should have a Find My Phone app then.
No such luck. No option for that.
These aliens are backwards.
But
we can still
He
use the other
direct us to
consoles. I
those
only destroyed one of
places.
them.
yes, that's what I was about to say. That the HIDA can still display the map for you and show you locations and such.
Ping us on the way. Gotcha.
Plus,
Except for that one that creature destroyed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But that one that was in the enforcement business with that monster.
yeah, and Java has her map that she drew, so she can mark spots
Yeah.
on it. And
I'll do that. I'll mark where we need to go.
We'll look up the information for all the areas we need. Food, repairing his language, where
Life
the
support.
where the problem with the life support is,
mm-hmm.
and what else?
Those are the big ones right now.
Life support.
I have all the other ones written down here. So security, and he's got no control over the research, and also with his memories. With the other
Yeah.
ones.
We'll
5 issues.
Yeah.
we'll ask for the security and the research location as well.
Yeah, okay. He shows you spots you would need to go for all 5 locations. This
And-
location is the memory
Yes.
loss. But you don't see any noticeable damage here. HIDA does tell you that there is an even lower level of maintenance level, and he can show you how to get there. This is more the operating desk, kind of thing.
Yeah. And
You guys see the keyboard and screen. You guys need to go down to the actual hard drive and stuff.
I look for information on how to get the needle out of my head without killing me.
Oh, he tells you that it'll retract without pulling anything out. He actually he turns and shows you the back of his own head, which and that there is a sort of socket.
I don't have a socket.
Yeah, which is normally how that's handled.
What will I do about this hole in my head?
Well, heal up. Yeah, I don't have any reasonable idea of what we would do. Do we? Well, I guess we'll see you later. Hope you're comfy.
One of us.
When you're ready to disengage, you just HIDA tells you need to lift your hands up off the pads. Basically, the opposite of what you did to start it up.
Okay. I'll look at everyone and say, is there anything else that we need before I possibly hemorrhage out when I leave?
No, I think we're just gonna roll the dice and see how bad the damage is when it comes out of you.
Alrighty then. Shall
And
I?
maybe when we go to the research area, we can put a socket in you or something. Wouldn't that be cool?
Oh yes, jewelry.
So you
So
lift your
I-
hands up.
I lift my hands up.
Okay. It makes sort of a disengaging kind of noise, and you see that the probe pulls away, and you've actually got one of these socket things now embedded in the back of your head.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
it
convenient.
clearly could kind of tell that you didn't have the appropriate connection, and that's what stabbed you in the back of the head. Was
I have air conditioning.
You would imagine that they painful way to do it when done properly.
yeah. Or maybe they would just give you a couple T3s or something first.
So yeah, you see, and it kind of fuses with the back of your head, and
You're dropping out, Colin.
I'm sorry. No, I was talking quietly because my freezer started making a strange noise.
Oh, okay.
fan in my freezer is bad. Making a crazy noise right now. All right, so you guys are gonna head off to go deal with the next step. Why don't we go ahead and call that our pause point?
Okie dokie.
Sure.
Sounds good.
We're at a good thing here.
Cool.
So, everyone will get their 1 XP for the session. We didn't have any major plot points this time, so just the one.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of fun.
We did it.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
Sucks
Yeah,
about
it's going.
Ix's. I hope Ix's issue got straightened out or whatever happened.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so I want to thank everyone for coming out. Hope y'all enjoyed watching this second episode of us going into space. I will be putting this up on YouTube in the next couple of days, and we should be back either next Thursday or whatever. All right, thanks again, everyone. Alright, so yeah, I'm headed out, and take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Have a great day, and we hope to see you again soon. Well, I do at least. I hope Mytha does too.